I apologize. I didn't mean to mog on everyone with my hair. Oh my god, it's beautiful today. Look at this. Oh, what's happening here? I don't even know how this happened. Ooh, I can turn that up. What's up, NNBB in the YouTube chat? How you doing? Yo, what up, Dark Space? How you doing? Dude, that emote is so funny to me. God, I love that filter on Snapchat so much. Also, NNBB with the emote, love it. I just realized I left my humidifier on. Let me ask you guys this. Do you hear a fan running in the background? Like, is it more annoying than it usually is? I know there's gonna be background noises in my house. Old house, radiator, heating it. But there's like a low-level fan running. Is that annoying? It's my humidifier. I usually shut it off for these streams. A little, but not annoying? Okay. Yep, I can hear it. Okay. I'm gonna go shut it off. You guys let me know which one's better. It doesn't matter to me if it's on or off, but I'll shut it off and you guys let me know. Here we go. Turn it off now. Oh yeah. I feel like that's better. I like it better anyways. I'm gonna leave it like this. Way better? Okay, cool. Yeah, I usually shut it off. I don't think about it. It's just white noise in the background. And, you know, it gets dry here in the winter, so it's good to have that humidifier running. When I pause Madden, I hear it. Yeah, it's funny. Also, what's up, the ugly dev? Welcome to Twitch. Welcome to my Twitch chat. Let's see. What's up, TX to ground? Yesterday's rewrite was epic. No fan noise here. Oh, okay, awesome. Yeah, no, dude, that was super fun yesterday. It took longer than expected for that bash one to work. I prematurely optimized by caching, and it turns out I actually prematurely de-optimized the code. Because anyone who didn't make it to the end of the stream yesterday, we made it. The bash solution that ran for like over an hour probably, I haven't timed it yet, did finish and it did give us the correct answer, but in that time we were able to rewrite it in Rust, write it better in Rust, and write it better in bash all during that time, which was pretty awesome. Not worth it to make you dry. It's fine. I just turn it back on and we're good to go. What's up, tablet Lenovo? Rashers, I like it. Ooh, the hair. It's coming in nicely. I haven't cut it in 3 years. And I remember this time to blast out my socials that I'm going live. So yeah, I should be good there. That's a lot of text. Cool. Counting down to 40K was a marathon. Yeah, dude, that was wild. That was fun. It was cool. I'm glad the stream went long enough for us to see it finish. I thought that was really cool. Cool. Is this story up? Are we good to go? Yes, we are. Sweet. We already got 55 views on it. Heck yeah. Beautiful. Trying to direct more people to my socials when possible, you know? Cool. Let's see. I've been following you for a while now on Instagram, and I really like the content. Never really cared for Bash until I stumbled on your account. Twitch streaming is a great idea too. Yo, thank you, I appreciate it. Yeah, I feel bad. I've been neglecting my Instagram content a little bit, getting over being sick, and I got to jump back on the train, making shorts content. I've got these live streams of Advent of Code have taken over my time. Like after 4 to 5 hours of this, like I'm burned out. I don't want to do anything else. But I'm definitely going to jump back into the short form content because it's fun. I like doing the Instagram stuff. I have a cool little collab video coming up soon, so that'll be a ton of fun. I want to reach out to more creators and do more collaborative efforts, I think. Also, like, I know there's some tech people that also do music, so I want to reach out to them and be like, hey, like, I know we both do tech, that's cool, but let's collab on a song. Like, I can do the piano, I can do the keys, I can do the producing. Like, if they just play an instrument, I'd be happy to take what they have and turn it into, you know, something like something fun. Nice. Heck yeah. All right. What do y'all say? We doing this? Day 23, only 3 more puzzles. We'll see what we can get through. 3 more puzzles is huge. And don't worry, I'll keep streaming. I still have fun ideas for streams. I think I mentioned this before. I do want to make like a bash course, and that'll just be a long YouTube video. It might be a series of videos, long YouTube video. Either way, it's going to be hours of prepared content. But that means I have to write the course. So I have to actually come up with like a syllabus and what I want to talk about and things I should research to make sure I can do the course well. So I'm thinking about doing this. I might just do the research live on stream to like, so we could just like hang out. If you guys have questions like about bash, I can add them to like the syllabus of the course and kind of come up with the rough outline for a course. I'll probably do the recording offline so I can, you know, make it perfect. But yeah, I think that'd be a fun idea for stream and stuff. Here for the bash, staying for the beautiful piano. Yo, thank you. Appreciate it. That's so awesome. It's midnight here in Germany. Guess I'll try to sleep hearing your stream as you play the piano. Love it. Yo, thank you so much for stopping in. And sorry, yeah, I do wish I could stream earlier. It's 6 p.m. over here and, you know, getting off of work. So, like, this is the time that makes sense for me. So, yeah, sorry the time zones don't align. But if you're interested in the VODs, they are all on YouTube automatically because I'm dual streaming there. So the moment I finish, they're on YouTube available there. So, yeah, appreciate you tuning in. That'd be super cool. Heck yeah, NMBB. Yeah, I think it'd be a fun idea. Found you through Instagram a while ago. Love your content. Yo, welcome. I'm glad you're here. That's awesome. Yeah, I love Instagram. There's a ton of cool people there. And it is weird, I will say, just because Instagram is such a bigger following than every other social. It's crazy just how much push I have over there. It's crazy to see. Let's see. Yo, what's up, Andre? How you doing? Welcome back. Don't make a bash course. It could be too much fun and cause me to attempt to do AOC 25 in bash, and we all don't want that. All right. Just because you said that, I will 1000% make the course. I was going to 100% make it before, but I'm 1000% going to make it now, which means 10x. I'm a 10x engineer, as the kids say. Let's see. How long until you start with the bash course? Great. I will rewatch these on YouTube. Awesome. So I have goals. My goal for 2025 is to release the course. How long until I actually start working on it and doing it? I don't know, but the goal is by the end of 2025, I will have released the course. My private goal is, you know, soon, next couple of months. That's my thing. So yeah, that's my goal there. 10x engineer. That's right. Whatever the kids say. Heck yeah. DevOps, React, etc. Cloud native. I know all the words. Yeah, I can say them too. Let's see. I suck at math, so I learned quite a bit watching you do AOC. Wouldn't know how to do it in bash though, so looking forward to your bash course. I know enough other languages. Yeah. Dude, I struggle with the math stuff, and that's why some of these programming challenges in AOC are very difficult. Good luck today. I'll sign out of the chat and watch. Norway time here, so local time is midnight. Okay. Yeah, no, fair enough. Sorry I can't stream earlier. But yeah, I mean, feel free to lurk. Feel free to do what you got to do. Thank you for even just stopping in and saying hi. That's awesome. Hope the bash course will finally help me figure out how I can properly cat or t a sudoed command output. Uh, I would think that the course will help you with that. Because I do want to make the course like, so I want to do a couple things. And it might have to be 2 courses, but we'll think about this on a different stream where we actually brainstorm and figure out exactly what I want to do. I want to do absolute beginner, like literally absolute beginner, make dir, and then show an actual folder. So like when you make dir, it'll be side by side with a GUI folder, file explorer. So you can see, here's what make dir did. Here's what touching a file did. Here's what RMing a file did visually. I think that will help a bunch of people. But I also want to do intermediate to advanced bash, where it's like, oh, okay, now you want to sudo a program and redirect it into a file, but you're still getting permission denied because the program's executed with root privileges, but the redirection happens in your local shell. So how do we do that with T or subshells? And I'm going to show you how to break down these problems and understand when to reach for T, when to reach for cat, things like that. So yeah, that will definitely be something I cover there. And this is why I want to talk to my chat about it. We can write down these ideas and I can toss you guys like in the footnotes, be like, oh yeah, like in the glossary, like, yeah, this whole section was suggested by, Andre, like, cause he specifically had questions about it. Let's see, maybe you could tell stories about weird bashisms, for example, using, hyphen dollar stir, instead of that is a POSIX shell-ism. That is not a bashism. But you're right, I can talk about the history of that. I happen to know that one very well. That's because the left square bracket is the name of a command. It doesn't have to be built into your shell. It's literally the name of a command on your system, user bin left square bracket. And it expects arguments. It expects a left argument, the comparison operator, a right argument, and a closing brace argument. So when you give it an empty argument, old versions would yell at you because it would be empty. So you never wanted to give it an empty argument. You always had to put a character there. So instead of checking if it was equal to nothing, you would check if it was equal to some control character. I can show examples of that. Let's see. Will you make a guide on how to download more RAM? Absolutely. Download accelerators, increase your RAM. Oh yeah, dude, that stuff's totally legit, and we'll definitely be talking about it. Where would you host the course? Would they be free, as in beer? Great question. I've thought about a lot about this. They will be closed source and a subscription paywall, and you will have to pay me directly. I'm joking. I've put a lot of thought into this. The videos will be completely free on my YouTube. I'll put some ads on them to try and make some money, like I do with all my YouTube videos, but it will be a YouTube video. You can take your favorite YouTube DL program and go download them and just have them. If there's supplemental like code with it, I'll put it on GitHub so you can clone a repo and follow along if there is supplemental code. Completely free. Any code I write for it will be I'll have to figure out the licensing and stuff, but most likely MIT license. But yeah, I don't want to put a paywall in front of it. So it'll most likely just be like a video you can follow along with on YouTube that you don't have to pay for. So free as in beer, definitely. Free as in freedom, probably, but we'll get to that when we get to that. Let's see. Custom Dave coin first, and then he'll rug pull it and get rich. Dude, okay, literally, if I did that, I would totally make the coin just straight up called rug pull coin. Like, I would make it so egregious that if you fell for it, it is your fault. Like, I would literally make it rug pull coin, and I would say, like, I would have a picture of me with text saying, like, I am going to scam you. This is a rug pull. I will rug pull at this date and this time. This is a scam. Like, yeah, that's how I would do it. New crypto called rug burn. Love it. Funny how we Europeans watch late at night. A guy that constantly reminds us we suck at programming. Listen, I'm glad you guys like it. But, maybe there's some truth to that. This needs to be the logo. Yo, okay, but like literally though, that picture is so funny. Just the handsome Snapchat Dave, just like I love that picture so much. It's so funny. Oh my god. Funniest thing about that picture too is oh my god, I remember taking that and making that for a meme video over the summer, and I had like the worst headache, but when I saw that picture I was like, this is the funniest thing ever. Like even through the headache I just laughed. Let's see. I'm gonna go shill your Ko-Fi page. Yo, appreciate it. Thank you. You don't have to do that. I appreciate it if you want to, but yeah, when I make the course, it'll be free. Anyone can go download it. I will encourage people to download it. Here, I will actually show you guys something. Let me catch up on chat real quick. And then remind me, music website. Someone just say music website if I forget. I would buy rug pull coin. Honestly, it'd be kind of dope, wouldn't it? I'll spam your Ko-Fi for your bash course. Yeah, you guys, I appreciate it. If you want to go donate, go for it. I appreciate it. I don't get any alerts on stream, so sorry I won't be able to shout you out. But if you want to, go for it, but don't feel like you have to. Any content I make is going to be like free like this. I have been thinking about ways to monetize stuff. So like, I think I've mentioned this before. If I did create like a Patreon, it would be like, you know, a monthly Discord call where we could hang out, or if you wanted me to answer a question in a video reply format, but you didn't want me to post it because you're like, Dave, can you just make this private? I'm a little embarrassed. Like, yeah, sure. That'd be the only content I would make like private like that, but it wouldn't, like, I'm not paywalling stuff. Like, that's educational. I just don't, it feels weird. I just found this bug in one of my pull requests at work that has me so embarrassed for myself. Do I indeed suck at programming? I'm going to be totally honest with you. No. It's okay to find bugs and to find bugs that are totally embarrassed. Just laugh them off, man. They're bugs. They happen. You guys have seen me on stream where I had a less than when I meant to have a greater than, and that was like an hour of debugging. Like that happens. It just straight up happens. Like you just laugh it off. Like distance yourself from the bug so you can laugh at it with everyone else. That's the way I think of it. Have you seen the coffee shop that sells via SSH? You should totally do that for your merch. I have heard of that. Someone told me about it like a week or two ago. It was like terminal.shop or something. Coffee.shop. You SSH into it and it gives you like a whole TUI or whatever. That's sick, dude. I think that's super awesome. I would love to do that for my merch page. I mean, you guys have seen my website. My website renders in the terminal. So, I mean, we're one step away from doing something like that. I would love to do that. Yeah, Nate's are pretty okay. I see you. I got you, homie. Let's see. Everyone sucks at programming and it's okay. Yeah, I always make that joke. I'm like, you know, the channel's called You Suck at Programming. I'm not saying that I don't suck. I haven't even mentioned myself yet. Like, what tier of Patreon do I need to get you to take down that Charles sucks at programming? Don't be like Charles clip from a couple weeks ago. Oh my God. I know you're joking. If anyone has a clip that I have uploaded that they don't like, feel free to shoot me an email and we'll figure out if I should take it down. And if you ask nicely, I will take it down. But Charles, I don't think you're being serious. I'm leaving that clip up, baby. You prove to me that you don't suck at programming and I'll think about taking it down. This is Pepsi. This is not what I was just drinking. Oh my God, I just grabbed the wrong drink. I have a soda problem. You stopped sucking at programming for a few minutes during the 3 AOC part streak the other day. I stopped sucking at programming? What, you think I stopped sucking at programming? Well, because I knocked him out? I appreciate that, but don't worry. Don't worry. I still suck. It's dangerous out here, chat. Watch yourselves. It's so true. Listen, I might yell at you in the chat. And if you want me to, it's even worse then. What's up, Robin? How you doing? What kind of soda are you drinking? Will it make me smart? No. Right now we got Dr. Pepper, 0 sugar. So it'll just give you caffeine. That's all it'll really do. Oh, it's delicious. Oh my God. So good. Let's see. What are we doing? Which of 0 drinks is your favorite? Probably the Pepsi Zero, but that's just because I'm a Pepsi guy. I never liked the 0 drinks, but trying to cut out calories, and it seemed like the obvious thing. And I have to say, like, I think I hit that age now where, like, the 0 drinks, like, they taste fine to me. Yeah, I can taste the difference, but I don't mind the difference. I think when I was in, like, my young 20s, I was like, oh, no, it tastes so awful. Now I'm getting older. It's like, yeah, it's not that bad. What was I going to show? Oh, the music website. So one of these things that I created, I'll show you guys this. I may have showed it on stream before. Here's the terminal. This is a music website I made, music.daviddy.com. So all my music is available like for free on Spotify, all that garbage. Yeah, YouTube, Spotify, whatever. Like here's my latest album. But this website is special because it's $0. You just go here and download the FLAC. Download the MP3 in V0 format. There you go. Here's your zip file full of my music. You don't have to pay anything. You can donate if you want. Donate if you would like to support my work. Donations are always welcome but never required. That's the mentality I've taken towards music, and I believe that's the mentality I will be taking towards a course in the future. So it'll be like, here's this course. It's a YouTube video that's really long, or a series of them yet. Again, haven't decided. If you follow along, I can't promise you riches and wealth beyond your wildest dreams, but I can promise you'll learn something about Bash. That's what I'll promise. If you follow along and you put the work in, you'll learn something about Bash. If you found it beneficial and you want to donate, That's it. Never expected. You're a college student who doesn't have any money and you can't do it, but you still benefit. Awesome. Cool. You find it beneficial 5 years later in your career. You want to go back and donate because it helped you out. Awesome. Cool. Like, that's all your choice. So that's the mentality I'm taking. Also, keep track of this website because on Friday, my new ambient album is dropping and it will be available up here to download. So, yeah, cool stuff. Cool stuff. I think we're done shilling that. Yo, what's up, Travis? How you doing, man? Welcome. All right, what do you say we get started, huh? We knocked out day 22 yesterday, and I think today will be day 23, right? Let's jump into it. Also, yeah, if you're watching on Twitch and you like what you see, go ahead and hit that follow button. We have 274 followers. That's really awesome. We have 15 subscribers. That's super neat. I didn't think people would actually want to pay for this, so that's awesome. Thank you, everyone. If you're on YouTube, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I don't know how many subscribers I have on YouTube. Nothing on this page shows me. So that's anticlimactic. Let's see. I wonder if I can actually pull it up. Yo, what's this? Travis, thank you for the $5 super chat on YouTube. Waiting patiently for lessons. Keep waiting, buddy. No, I'm kidding. Any lessons in particular you're thinking about, or are you just talking about like when I drop a bash course or something like that? Oh, there are 20 people watching on YouTube. That's awesome. Oh, I can see that number. Concurrent viewers. I can't see who's subscribed, but I can see that there are 20 concurrent viewers. Yeah, I wish I could see the subscriber thing live. I think if I go to my YouTube studio, I can. I'm going to pull that up. I'm not sharing the screen right now because I don't know what it shows. I think there's a way to see your subscriber count live, but they always hide it. Is it in the analytics? I think it's in the analytics. See live count. Hey, that's pretty cool. Yeah, so there is this, which is pretty cool. I can actually see a live subscriber count on YouTube. So I have 17,682 subscribers. Thank you, everyone who's hit that subscribe button. I think that's super cool. According to your experience, you will solve it in head. We'll see about that. Twitch link missing in YouTube info. Hey, that's a good point. I don't think I've updated my description to have a link to Twitch. I should do that. Let me go ahead and let me take a look at that real quick. I think I can edit my description. Oh yeah, look at that. I'll put a Twitch in the description. If you look at all the links, and if you're on YouTube and you see all the links, like the style they filed, where it's ysap.sh/whatever, of course you can just do /Twitch. I will update the description on YouTube to have a link to the Twitch. If you want, you can do, I think Bang Twitch might work, but we can also just do this. Let the bot respond in YouTube chat. It'll take 8 years, so that's pretty cool. Wait, Travis Pickle. He hasn't solved day 23 yet. No cookie yet. Gotta eat dinner first. It's so funny. Andre's waiting with the super chats over there. Not that I expected. It's just you've been so consistent. Rust lessons. Oh, I'm sorry, buddy. Yeah, I don't know when I'll get to those. Cool. There you go. Yeah, so the bots responded to social in the YouTube chat. And I'll do it in the Twitch chat just for sake, in case anybody else wants to see the link to all the socials. Let's see. When I use word Twitch in your chat on YouTube, it does not let my messages go through. I can't speak for why YouTube is so aggressive with their moderation. It's ridiculous. Like, it really is ridiculous. I don't know why that's the case. It's super annoying. Is there already a do regex in Bash challenge? What do you mean challenge? I like doing regex in Bash, I'll say that much. And we might have to bust them out, but quit twitching. Yeah, better not block that. Cool. Let's head over here and let's knock out day 23. What do you guys think? All right, here we go. Knocking it out. Day 23, LAN party. As the historians wander around a secure area at Easter Bunny headquarters, you come across posters for a LAN party. Sick. Why is... Oh, God, is LAN party linked? Like, is this going to be... Oh, it's a Wikipedia article for LAN party. Oh, am I old? Does that mean I'm getting old? I loved LAN parties, dude. Oh, man. Oof. That hurts to see it. There's a link there. Maybe you can find it. You connect to a nearby data link port and download a map of the local network, your puzzle input. The network map provides a list of every connection between two computers. Okay. Okay. So here are each computer. They have a name that's like 2 letters and a hyphen. Each line of text on the network map represents a single connection. The line KH to TC represents a connection between computer named KH and the computer named TC. Connections aren't directional. TC and KH would mean exactly the same thing. Cool. Do they both show up, or do I just have to infer that if I see this one, I also see the next one? So KHTC does show up. TCKH does not show up. Okay, so I'll have to find that myself. That is fine. Let's take a break. What's your Twitch? If you can see the chat message 1 minute before yours, it should have a link to my Twitch. If not, can someone instruct the bot in YouTube chat to show up my Twitches? I don't know if I have Bang Twitch. I think I have Bang Socials. You can just type Bang, Bang, ! Socials, and it should work. Let's see. Just found out you are shipping your merch worldwide. Can you give a hint about the T sizing of your merch? Might want to take the correct size if I have to ship it across the ocean. Yeah, sure. Okay, I'll tell you right now. I'll put it in the Twitch chat. CrowdMade is the company I'm using for the merch fulfillment. I do not know how their sizings are. I can tell you that this is an extra large, and it fits my body nicely. I am a 6'2", 235-pound man, if that is helpful. Formerly 265 pounds in the last couple of months, but weight loss, baby, let's go. So it's getting a little bit big on me. I'm sorry, I don't really know how to talk about the sizes there. We can try and look at it later. If it's something, maybe I'll take a look into it more specifically. But yeah, maybe CrowdMade actually goes into it. Let's see. Got it. Thanks. Awesome. Cool. That helped? Okay, awesome. Cool. What's up, Ox Dead Kenny? How you doing? I found you. Were you looking for me? Were you the guy who's been stalking me on Video James video saying I will find you, Dave Eddy? Because it's not that hard to find. Are you straight up using raw bash to solve these? If so, bonkers in a cool way. What languages do you prefer? I'm an Elixir person. I am raw bash. I'm not sure what you mean. If you mean pure bash, like not forking out to external commands, I'm trying to do that as best I can. I will use external commands, but most of it has been using bash built-ins and bash built-ins alone. Oh, you're just the guy from YouTube. Okay, sick. Ooh, hash bang user bin socials. That's kind of cute. I actually kind of like that one. I like that one. I should look into adding that as a Andre. That's a smart idea for a bot command. Came from YouTube. Love your Advent of Code stuff. Yo, appreciate it, man. Welcome. Where do we leave off? Okay, getting back into it. LAN parties typically involve multiplayer games, so maybe you can locate it by finding groups of connected computers. Start by looking for sets of 3 computers where each computer in the set is connected to the other 2 computers. In this example, there are 12 such sets of 3 interconnected computers. Oh, okay, so AQ is connected to CG, it's also connected to YN, and these 2 are connected to each other. Okay, fine. Yeah, I've seen problems like these before. There's like network topology stuff, graph node, stuff like that. If the chief historian is here and he's at the LAN party, it would be best to know that right away. You're pretty sure his computer name starts with T, so consider only sets of 3 computers where at least one computer's name starts with T. That narrows the list down to 7 sets of 3 interconnected computers. Okay, all of these start with T. Find all of the sets of 3 interconnected computers. How many contain at least one computer with a name that starts with T? This doesn't seem that bad. This doesn't seem that bad at all. Oh my god, thank you so much. Transmission to ground. Transmit to ground? How am I supposed to pronounce your name? TX2GND in the YouTube chat. Thank you so much for the super chat. I appreciate that. Oh my god, it actually shows like, oh, this is so cool. I thought it would just like show you the super chat like, okay, so like Twitch has its own, what is it? It has its own what's the word I'm looking for? What are those things called? What do they have in Twitch? What's the donating thing in Twitch? You guys donate those little triangles. What are they called? I can't think of what they're called. Come on. What is it? Bits. Yes. Sorry. Thank you, everyone. Also, thank you, Turkey, for the bits. Oh my god, you guys are ridiculous. Yes, okay, so they have bits. So they put all of your currency into like this fake play currency, and then you get it from there. But I'm looking at YouTube. YouTube just shows me that you donated in your native currency. That's so sick. NOK 500. What is NOK? Are those... Is that Norway? What is NOK? Krone? Is that what I'm thinking of? I could be totally wrong. I'm so sorry if I have your currency wrong. Either way, thank you for the super chat. That's amazing. NOK. We could look it up. I know, but that's no fun. Norwegian krona. Okay, I may have pronounced it incorrectly. Yeah. Okay. Oh my god. Bruh, that's a huge donation. Thank you so much. Dude, transmit to ground? Nailed it. Nailed it. Thank you so much. Norwegian krone, yes, should be $30 after YouTube's cut. Yo, dude, appreciate it so much. That's a huge donation, man. I appreciate that. What a nice super chat. That's super cool of you. Mad appreciative. Also, yeah. Oh, man. Wow. Cool. That's so cool that it shows it in, like, your own currency. I think that's really neat. There's no abstraction layer that, like, Twitch has. Let's see. Oh, I'm missing stuff on Twitch. Let's see. Pure, raw, uncooked. That's what I meant. Who unplugged the cable from the Terminator LAN party old? Yo, oh my god. I remember doing a LAN party at my buddy's house, and someone flipped the light switch off, and it would turn the TV off, and we were like trying to play like Halo or whatever. Oh man, StarCraft LAN parties, they were so much fun. Let's see. I got the little bits coming in, that's awesome. Yo, Oxdead Kenny, thank you so much for the tier 1 sub. Oh my god, you gifted a tier 1 sub. I see. That's so beautiful. Thank you so much. Did you not sub yourself? Did you just gift a sub? That's a baller move right there, dude. I actually have to kind of respect that. That's like a scary thing right there. That's amazing if you did that. What a power move. All these people wanting to come watch on Twitch when I'd prefer to watch on YouTube instead because I despise Twitch. It's pronounced K-Runa. K-Runa, I think. Sorry, I was thinking Swedish. Yeah, so I have no idea. I could totally be pronouncing it totally wrong. But still, that's awesome. You're good stuff, bro. Yo, appreciate it. Let's see. You have to put more leaves in the table to fit more TVs. Dude, that's the best. Oh my god. All the old like CRT monitors just weighing 8,000 pounds and the table's like buckling underneath the weight of it. We learn how to rash, and Dave is learning how to influencer live. Listen, man, you put a camera in front of me and I can just talk for hours. Oh man, I was built for this. I don't know what it is. Let's see. I prefer YouTube for those wondering. I'm too old for Twitch. Listen, I am the same way. Like personally, like don't get me wrong, I love the Twitch community, but when it comes to consuming, I love consuming through YouTube. I find the experience more pleasurable. I like being able to like rewind easily. The VOD system's great. Discoverability is fantastic. Twitch just seems to have like a wild, close-knit community thing, which is super cool to be a part of. So honestly, I'm reaping the benefits of both by just dual streaming. Like that's my plan here. All right, we're gonna jump into it. Y'all ready? Let's get started, or else I'll just keep getting sidetracked. Let's figure out where we are. We're in day 22. Nope, day 23. Cool. Example, input.text. I'm going to grab this from the website. There's a lot here. Cool, there's our example input. We'll grab the real input.text next. And I'm going to unshare for that. Okay. Now we got that. So we are left with a directory with 2 files in it. We have 32 lines in the example input and 3,380 lines in the real input. So yeah, we better get this algorithm working. Yo, let's go. That's right. We're gonna go. So we have to figure out each connection that has 3 connections. So I already have a bunch of different ideas, like I'm picturing graph structures and nodes and connecting them and walking through it and all that stuff. But I don't think we need to get that complex. I think we just need a cache, associative array, where the key is the name of a node and the value is every single node that it is connected to. We don't have 2-dimensional data structures in Bash, so it'll just be the name of it with a space to the right of it, or a space to the left of it. So we'll just separate them by spaces so we can break them apart when we need to. Let's see. This was a question I had yesterday, but I wasn't sure if it was too hinty. But does bash have a map function, or is that too high level? I'm not sure what you mean by a map function. Like, can I run some sort of transmute operation on every element of array and have it save it back into the array in place or something? Because if that's your question, no, does not have that as far as I'm aware. You said map function, but like a hash map type of deal. Yeah, it has an associative array we can use where I can have a key value pair. Like, I could say like, foo points to, 1, bar points to 2, etc. This is not valid syntax. I'm just explaining the concept. Yeah, I can do that. So I can declare -a, array. I should unset whatever I have there. Declare -a array foo equals 1 array bar equals 2, and then I'm going to use var dump on it. This is something that, oh no, I don't have var dump here. I have PARR, I think. Yeah, so that's what it would look like under the hood. That PARR is not a built-in bash function. It's something I wrote, but it gets the point across. We're going to preemptively pull in var dump because I know I'm going to use it. Var dump, in case people are wondering, is just a really simple program I wrote to dump a variable in bash. It's available on GitHub. You can go check it out. I make sure to comment my code very nicely and even put in some notes and stuff here. So yeah, if you want an example of like what my code looks like when I actually take the time to edit it and make it look nice, this is a pretty good example of it. Let's see. So what are we doing? Let's just jump into it. Part 1. So our input is a list of words. While read -r line do done echo line. And what does our input look like? It looks like name comma or name hyphen name. So we can set the inner field separator to hyphen, and then we can read two things. Let's do A and B. So we'll have, node A, and it's a, bidirectional, to node B. So we're going to rewrite the output to look like that. Okay, cool. Imagine taking time and making your code look nice. Oh, you would love to see it when I take my time and make my code look nice. You guys ready for a little detour? I think it's already time for a detour. Do I have this downloaded? Cool. SSHP is a program I wrote, which is the, what is it? Parallel SSH executor. It's available on GitHub. It's all written in C. So if you want an idea of like what my code looks like when I actually, care about it, this is the kind of comment I write for my code. I write a book. I write a novel. I include ASCII diagrams that shows what the linked list looks like under the hood and the kind of data I store and how the state machine moves. So yeah, this is an example of when I, care about code and I want to clean it up and make it nice. No, yeah, okay. I'm going to get warnings on my Mac, but I did a lot of these things for Illumos, so it'd be cross-platform compatible. How many lines of code is this? This is a big program, isn't it? 1989 lines. That's crazy. Does it just compile? Oh yeah, it just compiles. Easy. Yeah, SSHP. The parallel SSH executor. It even tells you how it was compiled too. Yeah. That's when I care. That's when I care about code. You get very nice. I put a ton of effort into making it look nice. Yeah, I even ship a man page with it. I totally forgot about that. Man SSHP1. So, like, I'm looking at it in my man viewer. I ship this with the program. So you actually just straight up have a man page with examples and all the command line arguments and an explanation at a high level of how it works. Do I have -v? Yeah, it just prints the version number. I don't remember if I had any other things that matter. Yeah, so yeah, I'll get out here and I'll put a ton of work in when I care about it. How do you make sure your doc string stays in sync with the code? I make sure of it. That's how I do it. Like, I know that sounds stupid. Like, I make damn sure that they're in sync. I take a documentation first approach. My documentation is right. And if my code doesn't do what my documentation says, my code is wrong. That's the approach I take. So I document first and then I program. I come up with a usage message first. This is how SSHP should work. If the code doesn't work that way, if SSHP says 1024 here, but my code does 2048, my code is wrong. The usage message is correct. That's the approach I take. I very explicitly state these goals, so that way when I program, I know which is right and which is wrong. Let's see. Old mate out here writing man docs for one function, but the man docs are 38 pages. Yeah, man. Yeah, writing a man page is fun. I think I just write a markdown file and then I use like some sort of converter to convert it to the raw format. Let's see. I need to write docs for my CMake script builder for Elixir, but I just can't be Yeah, it's one you got to force yourself to do it. Like I know it sucks. Like just got to do it. People ask me, how do you stay disciplined? It's like you just do it. I don't know. Like I don't have a good shortcut. You have to just do it. You didn't ask for advice, but that's just my mentality. Let's go back here and let's jump back into it. We're back in. What do we have? Part 1, read in from the example, and we get this. So let's store all of our connections. This is a hash map effectively, and we will say connections of $A will push B into it. And we'll push A into B and B into A. Now we don't have push and we don't have nested data structures. So what we'll do instead is we'll do a space and that. So we'll construct a string and we will append it. So it'll be a space separated list of all possible connections. We will get duplicates here. This is very important. We will have duplicates, so we'll have to go through and normalize this data. But that's okay. Let's do a var dump on connections just to get an idea of what we have. So here are the connections we have. Node VC is connected to these 4 things. Node AQ is connected to these 4 things. We might not actually have dupes. I don't know if there's a quick, easy way to look for dupes, but I could theoretically imagine a situation where we do have dupes. You know what I mean? Let me do something a little bit naughty here. TD to YN. Let's do YN to TD. Let's just mess with this. There we go. Okay. So yeah, this will be connected to TD. So if we get unnormalized data in, we will produce unnormalized data out. I don't know what Eric is going to give us, but we can still just go through and normalize it. So a user asked about the map function. We don't have a map function, but I will show you instead what we can do. We're gonna overwrite it. So for key in connections, we're gonna loop over all keys of that associative array. Done. Get the value out of it, which is the connections at key. And then we'll need to load every value into a new associative array to dedupe the keys. Let's see. I hit the burnout wall hard. I got really demoralized in my approach since someone else practically made what I was working on obsolete. I don't use Zig like them. I'm using C, which means it's very manual but configurable. I'm hoping watching others code will spur me on to just take a breath and continue. Yeah, I've talked about this ad nauseum before, but like, I'm going to say this nicely, and I think you're going to understand where I'm coming from. I'm talking to that part of your brain that wants to give up and not you as a human being right now. Who cares? Ask yourself, okay, someone else did it. Like, okay, who cares? I've hit a lot of milestones in my life. I was able to bench 2 plates, but plenty of other people have benched 225 pounds. So who cares? Like, no, you can't think like that. I ran a mile in 10 minutes. It's not that fast. People run it faster, but who cares? I did that. I'm only concerned with what I do. So sometimes it's useful. People spend so much time learning how to be selfless. I think they forget how to be selfish when it matters. You got to do it for you. Yeah, do it for you. Yeah, exactly. Like, just do it. And who cares what language it's in? Like, they're using the hot new thing and you're using the language that have been around for over 50 years and it's going to outlive us all. Like, I would I would much prefer the C one. So yeah, no, other people have written parallel SSH executors before. Didn't stop me. So yeah, hopefully you find that spark, but that's something you got to find in yourself. We're just going to make a new set here. Just call it, oh, I love C. C's probably one of my favorite languages easily. It's always Bash, C, and Rust for me. We have to loop over each thing in value, and they're separated by spaces, so we can read value into an array. Then we can loop value for value in values. Do, done. Now we just need to take the, now we need to make a string of it. We need to just stringify the keys of C. There we go. And then we're going to write that back into connections. So connections at key equals a space and then $s. This might be a little confusing. All we did is we looped over each one of these. We put this into an array of 4. We push them into an associative array so it'll filter out any duplicates, and then we're going to write it back as a string. So when this is done, we will have filtered out duplicates. Now, this might not look like it did anything, because I don't think there were duplicates in there, but I could understand, I could think of a world where there would be. So we're just going to go ahead and filter them out. Yeah, so this didn't do anything. But if we were to, let's go manually put some duplicates in. So I'll print it twice, before and after the duplicate work. I'm going to go manually put some duplicates in here by doing yn to td, which is the reverse of the one above it. So yeah, as you can see, this one has duplicates, yn, and this one has td, td. This one filtered those out. So we've normalized the data. Again, don't think it was necessary, but I don't want to have to deal with weird bugs later down the road. So that's why we approached it like that. Let's take a look. Can Bash construct associative arrays from set of keys and values? Kind of. Yes, it can. Yes, it can. But yeah, you can do this. I can do like key equals 1, key 2 equals this. So you have to quote it all properly. That's one of the concerns with that. So you can do that, but if I want to do it programmatically, I have to worry about quoting and weird issues like that. But yes, you absolutely can do this kind of thing to just construct an associative array, like as part of a, you can do it like, at initialization. So you could do like this in your code, and this is totally fine and pretty readable. I've got a lot of justifications for why I must continue, but life kicks my ass constantly. Full-time career for my nun with vascular dementia. Thanks for the advice. Very kind to you. Yeah, I mean, that's rough. Like, life throws people things that are hard and unpredictable, and truly, life throws things that are unfair. Like, I'm not going to sit here and tell you, like, oh, no, like, be thankful for, all the time you have like with her and stuff. You know that. You already know that. Of course you're thankful for all that stuff. And it's also unfair, some of the things you have to deal with in life. Both those things are true. So it sucks, and there's nothing I'm going to say that's going to make that better. All I can say is, like, don't stop what you're doing because someone else has already done it. Like, people are so afraid to reinvent the wheel, but what if you want to learn how the wheel works? Like, reinvent it then. It's okay. Do it because it's fun to learn things and be creative. That's my advice. Let's see. Doesn't simplify the loop. Yeah, if it could simplify the loop using this sort of thing, I would do it. Otherwise, I wouldn't do it so verbose like this, but I don't know a better way to do it. Oh man. Let's see. Cool. So what do we have to do? We have to go through and find all of the ones that have 3 connections. So the way we can do this is we know that VC is connected to these 4 things. We have to check. We have to loop through each one of these. So VC, AQ, and then we have to check, is AQ connected to UB? Because if AQ is connected to UB, we have a try. If AQ is connected to WQ, we have a try connection. If AQ is connected to TB, we have a try connection. If UB is connected to WQ, so we have to start at this element and then count all the elements to the right of it and check if they connect, because if they do, then we have a try connection. So we need 2 for loops. We need an I pointed here and a J pointed at the next element that loops up here. then I points here, J points here and here, then I points here and J points here. So that's how we do it. So look for all triply connected nodes. So here's what we're going to do. Got to create a CMake builder so I can create native bindings for Raylib and Elixir so I can make an engine, so I can make a game in Elixir. Quite the roundabout, but necessary. I love Raylib. Raylib is just one of the best game engines out there because it's barely a game engine. And I say that lovingly. I think that's great. It's not trying to be everything. It's I can create a window in one line of code and I can draw pixels to it in another. That's amazing. And then it gets out of my way. Dude, I love Raylib. Oh my god, Raylib's awesome. Good luck with your endeavor. It's really tough if your goal is to make a game. So many people get caught up making a game engine. That's a really tough project to take on. I'm not trying to dissuade you from doing it. I'm just letting you know it's a tough project. I know you already know that. I know you know that, but it's a tough project. I've pulled out Raylib many a time, started working on an engine, and then put it away, and I have not shipped a game. So it's a tough undertaking, but it's so much fun. Oh, man. The engine is the easy part? All right, well, then Godspeed, man. All right, so for key in connection, so we're going to loop this again. Done. Okay, so we have for A in connections. We'll call it A. We'll do A, B, and C. We'll read all of the neighbors out of it. These are our neighbors. For, we need the neighbor's length, don't we? Len equals neighbors. Cool. Yeah, man, dude, good luck to you. I love it. Raylib is so cool. As a library, I think it's just beautiful, and I want to make a game too, and it's a ton of work. And yeah, I mean, you know how it is. Like, life gets in the way, man. It's brutal. But yeah, it's still fun. So, oh man. Now I'm thinking about game stuff, dude. Yeah, I have so many fun ideas for one. I equals 0. I less than len. I plus plus. Do for j equals I plus 1. J less than len. J plus plus. Do. Done. So B is what is at neighbors spot I. And C is what is at neighbors spot J. So now here we have A, B, and C. We know A, B, and AC. Check BC. So hopefully that makes sense. If we're here, we have 3 variables that are each different computer names. We know that A is connected to B. We know that A is connected to C. We have to check if B is connected to C. If B is connected to C, then we have a try configuration. So in order to do that, we can do it one of 2 ways. We have to look at the connections for B and see if C shows up in there. So we can do this. This is going to be gnarly. If C, so if C is equal to, no. I have to remember how to do this. I have to think about the way I want to do this. There's a couple ways to approach this. If connections at B, these are all the connections that B has, we need to check if C is inside it. And the way we can do that is we can look for a space C inside it with a star here and a star here, because we don't care what comes before it or after it. So we're just going to look for that exact string match in there. If that's in there, then we have a triple connection. Isn't it I less than? We're going to find out. I could totally be off by 1. We'll see. So now we have a triple connection. So we should store a list of the triple connections. We will also have to normalize this, but that's okay. So we'll have to normalize this, but we'll worry about that when we get to it. We'll just push the data into something called all, which is an array of all the connections. So inside here, we'll give it A, B, and C. And then that's it. Let's just var dump all. Whew. Yeah, that's what we'll see. Sorry for the essay. Hey, don't apologize. You're good. You're good. I will read your message when I have a natural stopping point. So don't worry about it. If I see a long message, I'll just be like, okay, like I'll look at that when I have a chance. And right now I have a perfect chance. That's another thing, real quick. I like to take frequent breaks when I'm programming, and I do like to show my audience it's okay. Like after you've been working for like 5 minutes, literally 5 minutes, it's okay to be like, all right, need a break. Got to take a mental break, or otherwise you'll burn yourself out. Raylib wraps all the shit I had to do in university, in which was a disaster to set up and makes it simple. Duct taping it to Elixir, which is functional and practically built on telecommunications platform, would make networking so simple. I have a lot of cool Elixir ideas on what I can do with Raylib, like spinning up gen servers to handle texture loading, rendering, physics, math. I'm not big on ECS. I'm thinking of rolling a hybrid system. Hey, that's awesome stuff. That's super cool. I have a buddy who really likes Rust, and he looks at Bevy and stuff and talks about, like, you know, if I write a game, it's going to be in Bevy. And I get that Bevy's everywhere, but I just can't. I'm not an ECS kind of guy. I don't like it. The people who like ECS are like, I hate actors, I like ECS, or I hate object-oriented, I like ECS. I'm like, in my brain, dude, it's all the same. I like C programs with global state, but the games I want to write are the games that you would have seen on like a regular Nintendo or a Super Nintendo. So, you know, I think I do not understand a lick of Bevy. That's how I feel. But if you look at some of the games that are created in Bevy, like, oh man, there was that one person that made a really cool, like, procedural 3D castle, like, generation thing. I think you can, like, construct worlds and stuff in it. Insane. Bevy's incredibly powerful, but I just don't want to take the time to learn it. I don't want to learn a framework. I want to use libraries. I don't want to go into someone's system. I want to just have someone hand me a hammer and nails and I can figure it out. That's how I work. C is king. Yo, you're not wrong. ECS, Elastic Container Service? No, it's a gaming system. It's a system that you'll typically see in like game engines and stuff, and it's like a way of programming. It's entity component system. So instead of having like object oriented or actors that send messages, you have entities, you have components, and you have systems. So I'm not even gonna try and tell you which one it is, but like, you know, like a bullet might be an entity in a game, and a component might be like, no, I already don't know. Don't listen to me. But that's what it is. Entity component systems. It's the 3 type of things you would have in that kind of a game engine. All right, let's go ahead and run this and see what we get. All right. So here are all the triple connections we see. VC, AQ, WQ. But I think what's going to happen is we'll also have AQ, VC, right? AQ, VC, WQ. Yeah. Okay. So now we have to normalize this list because of the ordering here. We could sort A, B, and C and force it to be that way. I don't know. I can just pipe out the sort, obviously. I'm trying to think of a pure bash solution for doing this, for normalizing this data. Is there a way we could sort it in a way that makes sense? So I think if we have this and we loop over the keys, when you loop over the keys of an array, are they always in alphabetical order? Well, no, that doesn't look like it. So no, they're not. Well, that doesn't help us. How would we get sort? If I have to pipe out the sort, I have to pipe out the sort. It's not the end of the world. The cool thing about Elixir is you just write C code and expose it to an Elixir function. You call an Elixir. They call them NIFs. So if you like C, you can avoid Elixir a lot. Just write a C function, do all of it. Oh, that's cool. That's awesome stuff. Yeah, how would I sort this and normalize it in a way that makes sense? Let me think about this. I don't think... Yeah, I think we might have to pipe out the sort. Could get the ASCII value of the first letter, and if it's less than the next element, return the current element. Yeah, you could do something like that. I could manually sort it. Let me think about if that's even possible. How many dupes do you expect? I don't know. I don't know how many I expect. For right now, I'm having a connection. I'm having all three connections. So like, I mean, mathematically, I could probably figure out a number I expect. Like, there's 36 here. I wonder if there's like 12 real connections and... Oh, yeah, hold on. There's 36 here and there's 12 real connections, so 3 times as many. I could probably do something with that information. Yeah. I'm gonna do some testing. You can't just compare like A less than Z, right? Can you really do this? I can just sort them this way? That's crazy if you can do that. That's wild if that's the case. Huh. That's so funny. I could implement my own sort function. That seems excessive, doesn't it? That's crazy, though. That's really cool. I didn't know that was a thing. Huh. Let me think about how much I want to do this. Do I really just want to implement like some sort of sort? I really don't want to. Yeah, apparently Bash can just compare strings. That's so sick, though. That's so cool that actually is the case. Let me think if there's a nicer way of doing this. Well, we learned last time we can touch files and then just glob them, and we'll get them in a sorted order. I know. I lament not having a sort, which is built into some shells, but I don't have it. Yeah, this seems silly. I should just pipe out to sort, because it's pretty easy to do this. Yeah. All right, how could I do this? Okay, that'll sort them. How do I read this back in? Is there a clean way of reading this back in? I think I can. I can just do... yeah, okay. Part 1. Sort them by name to avoid dupes. Okay. We'll have to define something called key, and that's fine. So to sort them by name, we will do a printf of variable, new line, variable, new line, variable, new line, pipe that to sort, store this as a variable, sorted equals that. Cool. And now we have them separated by new line, so we can just say key equals, what's a good way to do this? Sorted turn new line into comma. Let's try that. Where do I run it? There we go. All right, well, that looked pretty good. 46. Let's get an idea for what the keys look like. Okay, so this one's clearly empty, so that's not great. I must be doing something simple here. I'm not writing the values here. That's it. A, B, C. Easy enough. There we go. Cool. So what was the length of this one down here? We'll do a verbose to var dump. Length of 12. Okay, cool. That's what we wanted it. Let's see. Just format a JSON, why don't you? I have thought about writing a bash to JSON converter. Literally take a JSON structure and turn it into its bash things, and then take bash and convert it to JSON. Converting a bash object to JSON is way more approachable than doing the opposite, because the opposite would break on so many different things. But because we don't have nested data structures in bash, so representing it any further than that would be very difficult. No. Printf args. Yeah, I caught it. Yeah. It's always a stupid bug. It's always a stupid bug. Luckily, my hunch just kind of tells me where to go, so I just trust my hunches. Cool. So we get 12 there. Awesome. And now we have to check to see, we have to find the ones that only have a T somewhere in it. Can you pipe JSON output into declare-a? No, no, you can't. Well, I mean, you could, but who knows what's going to happen if you do that. Cool. We have all the triples. Find the ones that start with T. No, I don't want to implement it this way. Let's filter out the ones that don't start with T, because we don't care. No, we do. Never mind. I do want to do it this way. Find the ones that have at least one computer whose name starts with T. Okay, that's what I had to make sure I reread exactly what it was. So declare T. We'll just say T equals new array, and we'll push into this, and this will be all of them that contain T's. Cool. YouTube not only eats messages, it holds them for 10 to 15 seconds. Dude, I don't know why it does it that way. I'm sorry that's the case. It seems like Twitch is more of the Wild West when it comes to chat messages. What are we doing here? Now we got to find all the ones that have T in them. Okay, we have to loop over the keys in triples. We could, what do we have? Name, comma, name, comma, name. Yeah. Let's just read them into an array. They're separated by commas. Read the key into an array. Now we have an array called computers. For computer in computers. Do done. If computer equal T star, meaning it starts with a T, then we will push the entire thing into the T array, and the entire thing is the key into the T array, and we will continue. But we have to go up to the second continue, so we have to continue 2. We have to break out of this loop. I think that's it, right? And then echo when we're down here. var dump -v t. What am I doing wrong here? Why is it yelling at me? Didn't close this. Okay. I think this is right. I like to know if someone is doing advent of code without using code, like they just crack out a notepad. Hey, some people are doing that. I know some people have solved some puzzles literally by hand. Some people are using Excel to do it. Someone did it in like Minecraft. It's kind of wild. if I ask a stupid question, what is the bracket? This is just how you handle arrays in Bash. So this just means every element of the array. So if it's a indexed array, this gives you every value. If it's an associative array, it still gives you every value. If you put the exclamation mark in front of it, it gives you every key. It's sort of like an iterator. You can think of it this way. So this will just loop over all the keys in this associative array. Let's go ahead and run this now. Okay, cool. So now we end up with this array. Here's all the triples. And, okay, yeah. Here are all the triples that we found with a length of 7. And according to this, there are 12 interconnected computers of 3, and there are 7 that are there. So we're getting exactly what we should be getting. So if we run this against our real input, I'm going to go ahead and take out some of these prints because it seems like an awful lot. We just need to say found the length of t. So we need to get the length of the array, use a pound sign here. Found possible computer clusters. I don't know what to call them. Okay. So now we're just going to crush through this data. I didn't put any sort of debugging, so if it runs for more than like 30 seconds, I might stop it and we'll just, put some prints in there and kind of see what's going on. Because hopefully this algorithm doesn't take too long. Bash var syntax is a language in and of itself. It is really true. And I know a lot of the ways I do it are very explicit and verbose, so it can mean that it's going to take more time than it should. Like, for me, checking to see if something started with a T, the fact that I'm doing array breaking down of it, I probably shouldn't even do that. I should, put commas or some sort of character in front of it, and then I should just look for that character with a T next to it. Like, it'd be faster to do that. It'd be faster to stringify it than to, break through it. All right, we need more debugging. This is not useful. Echo, read all connections. Echo, remove duplicates. Echo, find all triples. Echo, find all triples starting with T. Yeah. Okay. Okay, so it looks like it's the logic to find all triples that might take a little bit of time. There is a lot to peel through. There's what, like 1,700 things to list through. And for each one, we have to go in this many and then this many in. And there's a lot. There's absolutely a lot. So we might need to find a better way of dealing with this data. But we'll get to it when we get to it. I've used Linux for my daily driver for over 10 years, and there's still so much you do that I don't understand. Kudos, mate. Yeah, I just know Bash super well. That's like, thank you. I appreciate the compliment. But yeah, I just got really good at Bash for no reason. So that's where I am. Okay, I want to get an idea of how slow this is. So we're finding all the triples. We are piping to sort every time. That could technically be slow. Echo A equals A. Echo B equal B. We'll just get an idea of how fast this is going. Okay. Pretty fast. Not the worst thing in the world. Do I use len anywhere else? I don't. Let's get the length of connections. I equals 0. Do a nice little I++ here. Change this to I equals 1. Printf. Now let's just echo I out of len. That doesn't seem right. Oh, we're overwriting len. Yeah, yeah, that's okay. We'll just call this C len. That's not even updating at all. Oh, we use I in the loop, don't we? Yeah. Wow, I need a better way to do this, don't I? Yeah. I'm reusing variable CI, we'll call it. Okay. Let's see. Yo, Oxted Kenny, thank you for the tier 1 subscription on Twitch, dude. Appreciate it. That's sick, man. That's awesome stuff, yo. Mad appreciated. By the way, what's up with the Ubuntu screenshot desktop background as your YSAT videos? Why are you disguising your macOS? I'm not trying to disguise it. I just thought it looked cute. I needed some sort of backdrop. I recorded those originally for TikTok, so they were vertical. I had to go through and break them from vertical into horizontal, so I wanted to find something that worked, but also allowed me to kind of add some dead space because I can't stretch them out too far or else they look ridiculous. So they weren't built for that kind of aspect ratio, so I just had to find something that worked. Why don't you use the bash debugger? Maybe it's because it doesn't exist. Oh, there is a bash debugger. You run bash -x. There you go. There's your debugger. This doesn't look like it's taken too long. It's not the fastest, and we're only at the part where we're finding the triples. We haven't actually like done anything with it. So this is not, it's not the worst thing in the world. Let's see. I tried scraping web pages with bash, but my regex only worked for one page. I might have to use Python. Couple things here. You're scraping websites with regex. I mean, you're already in for a bad time, but like if you're going to use regex and Python, it's going to be no different than the regex and bash as far as I'm aware. They both have pretty similar regex engines, so you may want to recheck that regex, and you may want to reconsider using regex. You may want to reconsider scraping the web. I don't know what you're trying to do, but yeah, more power to you. There is no bash GDB. It's not really that. You don't step through it, but bash -x will show you every single command that's being executed. I can show it off a little bit. And Python used Beautiful Soup. That's so crazy that's still around. I mean, not that it's still around. I just remember using Beautiful Soup in like 2010. I used to scrape like the NHL website because like the team that was playing that I was rooting for, if I couldn't watch one of their games, I would scrape the website like every like minute and then check the score. And if the score changed, I would like write something that texted me from like a Google Voice number so I could at least keep up with the game. Found 1437 possible computer clusters that start with T. Hey, that's not too bad, right? Let's take a look and see if this is correct. You guys ready? Moment of truth. 1437. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. That's the right answer. 1 gold star closer to finding the chief historian. Easy. GG. Part 1 down. Whew. Scared of what part 2 holds in store, but so far we were able to do that, and it only took some time, so that's cool. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, everyone. Nailing it. Nailing it. Let me show you real quick. Let me show you. Let me show you what this would look like. So if we were to use the example input, that's what the example looks like. If we were to run bash -x, get ready for this. It shows every single command that bash ran. Every single command, so you can quickly identify bottlenecks and stuff. Like it'll literally show all the math that's being done, the loops that are being done, what's set in the variables, what exactly it's printing to the screen before it prints it. So you can kind of identify like hot code paths this way pretty easily. So bash -x is super useful. You can also do set -x inside of your bash script to turn it on and off if you wanted to. That the plus sign at the beginning, I believe that's modifiable. I think, let me double check. I think you can do PS4 is the name of the variable. So I could make this like, 5 greater than signs or something. There you go. Yeah, PS4 is the variable. So if you set PS4, you can change what that prompt is. So you could do like this, so now it looks like we have like, trace level logging. That's, a pretty cool trick. So I'll just leave that up on screen for anyone interested. GG, thank you. Just trying to scrape some financial data into SQLDB, everything above board and SEC compliant. Listen, man, I'm not going to ask you for specifics on that. That's your thing. Time for a piano break? Listen, I think it's a good idea. How about we'll do a proper piano break. You guys ready for this? I'll show you what the proper piano break looks like. We'll do the big camera, and I'm going to turn my mic off, and we'll do desktop audio. There we go. How was that? I love the not proper way where the audio goes through your mic. Yeah, you definitely get the click clacks, and I can still talk through it. Autofocus breaking the vibe. Oh, is it doing that? I thought I disabled autofocus. I thought I like manually set the focus to what was good. I could have sworn I disabled autofocus. Give me a second. Oh yeah, it's set to manual focus. Let's fix that. Or it's set to autofocus. Sorry, give me a second. Manual focus. Okay, that's pretty bad. Seems like here's the sweet spot, right? Yeah, I'm still pretty much in focus. I'm still in focus here. Seems like this is a good sweet spot, right? Yeah. Okay. Do I have to save this? No, it should just save it. Hopefully it doesn't like lose track of this. So now let me go back to the piano. It shouldn't be doing that thing. I don't know how in focus it is. It's free real estate. I don't know how in focus everything is, but like it shouldn't just constantly be fluctuating in and out. Thanks for pointing that out. Will it repeat prefix and subshells? No, it shouldn't. It should just inherit whatever you have. I think so. No, you're right. Yeah, it might actually repeat. Hold on. Now you got me curious. I need a quick button to make these changes. I really do need a big button to make these changes. So let me see. Let me think about this. Bash minus X. We're just gonna make an example script. Foo has a foo function, and inside here we'll call bar, and bar will also create a subshell, and it will echo hi, and then we'll put the trigger down here to call foo. Cool. So now we call bash foo. We get that. Bash minus X foo. Yeah, what does cause the double plus sign? I thought it was subshells too. Am I missing something obvious? Oh yeah, look at this. What's happening here? Is it just repeating the first character? I think it's just repeating the first character. Let's try this. There we go. We have plus plus date. So PS4 equals, we'll do a hyphen. Now we get hyphen hyphen. If we do test, oh yeah, look at that. It just repeats the first character of PS4. That's so bizarre. That's so weird. Okay, now I'm curious. Now I'm very curious. Can I do this? Okay, so that'll make it red. T put SGR 0 to reset it. And we'll just put like a plus sign here. Oh yeah. Look at this one. This actually hides the fact that there was a subshell here because it doubled up on the ANSI escape code of red. So we actually lost the characters that actually came after it. Time to make a bug report? Oh, I doubt it. I would bet money on the fact that it probably has that somewhere in the bash manual, that like it only looks at the first character of it. There's a lot of things that do that. IFS and bash only look at the first character when it does a lot of work. I would totally imagine that was, intentional. Yeah, we need bad cop in here. Bad cop, bash cop, where are you? The value of this parameter is expanded as with PS1, and the value is printed before each command bash displays during execution trace. The first character of the expanded PS4 is replicated multiple times as necessary to indicate multiple levels of indirection. Told you. You just get a hunch for bash, man. You literally just get a hunch. You're like, yeah, I know how you do it. Oh my god. Yo, what's up, Matthew? How you doing, man? Dude. Pre-read. I mean, yeah, I have read the Bashman page before. You're absolutely correct. That's why, the amount of times that shows up in there, and the amount of times unsetting a variable loses its special value shows up in there. Yeah, that's just common. But if I did have a bug with bash, you just run bash bug, and then it will construct a mail for you. And you can actually just fill out your information here, and this is how you send, you know, an actual email. Yeah, I don't actually feel like doing that, but yeah, bash bug is the command to send. So stupid. What are we doing? We are moving on to part 2. I am going to go grab a drink, and then I will jump over to part 2, all right? I'll be back. All right, I'm back. Let's see. I will now watch every stream you make. I must learn this magic. Well, I wish you luck, because there's a lot of streams out there. I would say go to YouTube and watch my prepared content if you want more information faster. Yo, Transmit to Ground. Thank you for hopping in. Appreciate it. Thank you a ton again. And yeah, have a good night. Take care. Dave has great Vim magic too. It's really neat to see someone work with a simple editor. Thank you. Yeah. I gotta actually go through and start making some Vim tips video. People really seem to enjoy those. I know you do, but like, I get a lot of engagement on that and just me going over simple commands like, here's how to use the find command on Unix. So, yeah, cool stuff. All right. Give me 1 second, and then we'll jump into it. Oh, yeah. Here we go. Oh, I'm so nervous. Okay. There are still way too many results to go through them all. You'll have to find the LAN party another way and go there yourself. Since it doesn't seem like any employees are around, you figure they must all be at the LAN party. If that's true, the LAN party will be the largest set of computers that are all connected to each other. I knew it was going to be some sort of problem like this. Oh my god. I knew it. That is, for each computer at the LAN party, the computer will have a connection to every other computer at the LAN party. In the above example, the largest set of computers that are all connected to each other is made up of CO, DE, KA, and TA. Each computer in this set has a connection to every other computer in the set. I have to make sure I understand this, but I'll keep going. The LAN party posters say that the password to get in a LAN party is the name of every computer at the LAN party, sorted alphabetically, then joined together with commas. The people running the LAN party are clearly a bunch of nerds. In this example, the password is code kata. Okay. The largest set of computers that are all connected to each other is made up of CO, DE, KA, and TA. So it's 4 computers. Each computer in this set has a connection to every other computer in the set. So this is just a part of the example input that got us there. So, okay. So we went through and we found all the triples. I mean, this is a graphing problem. Okay. I think what's funny about this part is that I can give you a hint, but it won't help since you're in Bash. That's really funny. Don't give me the hint just yet. Even if it changes the way I think about it, I don't want to do that quite yet. But that's really funny if that's the case. All right, let's Vim part 2. What do? We got all them, and we found all the triples. And that took a long time. And I'm sure it'll take a lot longer to find the quadruples. And it will take a lot longer to find the, ones beyond that. So we need a better algorithm. And we don't need a better algorithm. We need a better data structure. We need one of those graphs where we have nodes and edges and we create all the connections between them. That's what we need. Now, how do we get there? We're going to figure that one out together, friend. The nice thing is starting with the letter T is not the important part here. Let me think about this. So if we run part 2 against the example input, we get this. Here are all of our connections. So VC is connected to these 4. QP is connected to these 4. How could we represent this in a way where we can see where they're all connected? Trying to think of what this algorithm would... I'm trying to think... First, I'm not even trying to think of an algorithm. I'm trying to think of a data structure that makes sense to store these as, and then what an algorithm could look like to parse these out as. So, If you do a Vim video, please don't speak fast. Please repeat and explain. All videos I found was like, just press. Now you know how to use Vim. Yeah. No, that's important. One of the things I like to do is go really slow and do a key by key. Be like, now we're going to yank, Y for yank. Then we're going to paste, P for paste. Like I'll probably do it like that. But do you have cooties? Well, according to the chat last night, 50-50 split on if the chat had cooties. It was okay or okay. So, yeah. I hate to call someone out who hasn't chatted yet, and I'm not going to do that, but I just got a follower on Twitch, and the person who just followed me 1 minute ago on Twitch, I'm not going to say your name, not going to out you, but your username is fantastic. That is hilarious. Oh my god. Yeah. Awesome. Let's see. What do we do here? There, you can say it. Heck yeah. What's up, lasagna at work? Dude, what a wild name. That's so funny. I love that username. That's sick. That is just, what a name, dude. Yeah, I think if I did a Vim tutorial, I would do that thing where I'd have the key presses show up on stream. I would find some software that would do that. Okay. So how are we going to create... I've done this... It's so funny. I've done this in like CS, a million years ago when I was in school, like with directed graphs and things like this. And I know, I know that it's even easier than that, but I have to think about this. Does this mean you write spaghetti code? That's pretty good. Twitch had cooties. We YouTube chatters don't have cooties. We're 5 now and don't roll like that anymore. Yo, respect. Absolute respect. Dude, I love that Twitch chatters talk to YouTube chatters. I think it's so funny that you guys just relay messages through the overlay. Respect. All right, so how am I going to do this? Feel free to talk amongst yourself. So, I know this is probably really fun for everyone, but I'm literally, I wish I could hook my brain up to a computer and show you what I'm picturing. I'm just picturing how to store each one of these letters and how to draw arrows between them. Like if I were to do this on a pad of paper, how would I do this? Like if I were to just write this all on a pad of paper, I'd draw every single possible node in their own spot, and then I would draw lines connecting them. But then how do I determine all of the connections between the lines? Because I could just walk through the lines, but that doesn't do anything. There are ways to do this. There are algorithms to do this. I don't know any off the top of my head. Don't say anything. I don't want hints, by the way. Anyone who's new, who's watching, don't give me like algorithm names. Don't give me things like that. That takes all the fun out of it. Don't do that. But you'd have to, there's a couple ways to do this. Once we have all of them connected, once we have all the nodes and all the connections between them, we could pick an arbitrary starting point and we could walk around it. We could just, the same way you walk around like a maze, and we just have to keep track of things we've seen. We have to keep track of loops. We have to keep track of nodes we've visited. Yeah. So let me think about this. Yeah, don't tell me about the wham bam shing-a-lang algorithm. Yeah, that'd be cheating. Don't do that. So let's imagine we have this where foo is connected to bar, where bar is connected to baz, and bar is connected to bat, and also these are connected. So we have foo off on its own, but we have bar, baz, and bat all connected to each other. So this would be the solution. Like if this was our puzzle, this would be the solution of our puzzle. So we could start here, and we can see that it only has one connection, and you walk its connection. So we walk all the things connected to it, and we end up here. And then we walk down here. We walk up here, walk back to here. We've already visited here. So we walk back, we walk its connections. What are we keeping track of? What are we doing on this nice little walkabout that we're having? This is what I'm trying to figure out. Yeah, I think I'm gonna need Shang-Ling's theorem here. Man, this is where a more recent CS degree would help me here. This is where dealing with these kind of problems on a daily basis would help me, not basic sysadmin stuff. But that's why it's fun to do these. I'm exercising my brain in ways that I haven't had to think about. Also, there's no guarantee that this map isn't completely broken. Like, we could also just have, like, you know, Dave over here not connected to anything that has its own set of connections to, like, Bill. Like, that could also be a thing, and there would just be, like, a severed, you know, connection between these two. Like, that's totally a possible thing that could happen. It doesn't really matter. This is a computer network. Is this not part of your job? Yeah. Stay away from the networking stuff. I'm scared of it. Nah. Just throw each key in a hash and brute force and listen, man. It could be done. It could be done. And if I used Rust, we'd have a better shot at it. Yeah, I need a program. The worst part is I know there's networking programs that will do this for me. Like, I know there's literally, like, I could put this in a format that I could give it to a network program that will run these algorithms on it and give me the answers I want. But I'm not going to do that. I'm going to try and figure out what those algorithms are. Because so far we've been able to reverse engineer most algorithms we need, which is shocking that it's possible. I'm genuinely shocked at my ability to do it, so I don't want to give up now. Especially we're young into the stream. We still have time to really pour our energy into this. Yeah. Okay. Well, the nice thing is, let's talk about some things that we know. We're going to use the example input as our example. The nice thing we know here is every single one is 4, but that means the max is 4. So the largest it could possibly be is 4. It could be less than 4, and we know from the example that it is 4. But the max that it could be is 4, because, like, the max that this thing is connected to. So we would need, like, if we saw a max length of, like, 7 here, we would need to have 6 other ones that also had a max length of 7 to be able to accommodate that kind of a grouping. So if we have 4 here, we need to have at least 3 other ones that also have 4, at least 4, in order to make a whole connection of them. So we know that we can calculate an upper limit, is what I'm saying. And then it becomes less ridiculous. But when we're dealing with the real data, there's just a lot. I mean, we're just dealing with a lot here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay, so each thing, like this dude has 13 connections. Like, that's wild. We need a good way of being able to visualize this in a way that makes sense. Yes, an interesting one. I'm doing the thing you're not supposed to do when you're dealing with puzzles, and I know that. I'm getting hung up on what I think the solution is going to look like. And that could be a problem, so I do try to pull myself out of it sometimes. But, like, I know the problem is this. I know we have to represent it like this, where foo keeps track of all its directly connected neighbors, which we have. And then bar keeps track of all its directly connected neighbors, and they point back to each other, which is fine. And then we can walk. We can just do a nice little walk. But what do we care about when we walk this list? Like, if we go breadth first, we can count how many neighbors we have, but we already know that. If we go depth first, we just get to an end path, so we can look through all the possible paths until we hit something. What can we do while we do it? Every time we walk, we can increment a counter, so we can keep track of how far away they are. So, like, if we had foo, I would know that bar is 1 step away and Baz is 2 step away. I would know that Baz is also 3 steps away, so it's faster to go through bar to get to Baz, but I don't know immediately if that gets us anything. I'm also trying to think, keeping like a pool of connections. So, let's see. On your schema, there are no connections from root to neighbors. Fix it. Maybe it could help. I don't know what that means. But that's fine. I'm thinking. Just let me think. Yeah, no hints. Yeah, I don't. That was teetering on the edge of a little bit too much of a hint. Especially because I know you have solved these before, Tablet Lenovo. So yeah, don't do that. I have to say, Dark Space, sometimes it's nice because, man, I am just so stupid. I think some of these hints just fly over my head. And I have to say, it's very nice that my brain doesn't even understand half of them. So it's good. I get to still experience these new because I'm kind of stupid. Oh, man. Okay. What can we glean from this? Oh, man. Okay. That's true. That's true. We are. Yeah, because right here, in order for these three things to be connected, each one needs to have two connections. If I were to add a new one over here, Bob, I would have this, I would have that, I would have, an X between them. So now, if we had four that were connected, each one has three edges. So it seems like we're going in the n minus 1 of the number of edges we have. Obviously, they'll have more than that because, bar's also connected to foo up here, which doesn't get us anything. But what can this tell us? Ooh, I have a new like on one of my songs on SoundCloud. I forgot that I had a SoundCloud. Oh, man. What is the object? I missed that. What do you mean? Like, what's the goal of this? Here, I'll put the puzzle up. Because I'm just sitting here waiting for divine intervention to come to me. Yeah, let me stare at the puzzle for a little bit. I'm helping every Vim command you use. That's awesome. What's the best song on Nightfall we should all listen to? The Final Storm. It's the last song on my album Nightfall. I think it's my favorite. It's the one that I put the most effort into. I'm very proud of how that one came out. That one is super cool. am I doing? I guess I could just put on music. Like, that's totally something I could do. All right, let me think. Because I have the connections from 1 to 2. I could create a list of all the connections of 3, all the connections of 4. I don't know if that gets me anything. Just haven't made the network connections. Listen, I got it. I got all the plugs. I got all the Ethernet cables. I plugged in all my friends' computer. Now I got to figure out whose computer has the largest connections of things connected to each other. That actually, unironically, it might be helpful if I just picture like actual people's computers and I'm networking them up. And how do I figure out who has the largest connected cluster? Can you link your music? Yeah. Give me 1 second. I want to see if this works. Did I make that command? I did not make that command. That's super lame. I'm going to type this link out by hand. So that's where we are. That link might work. I'll dump it in the YouTube chat too. That link might work. It also might not work. Let me know if that link doesn't work. It should just go to my Spotify. Oh, man. All right, I'm going to talk about what I have. Let's see. We have a list of every single connection between 2 different computers. We can construct the list of the 3 connected ones, but that took time. And if we go to do the connections of 4, that's also going to take more time, and it's going to grow with every one. It works awesome. Thank you. Let's see. So instead, okay, if we have like some sort of graph thing, we started a node. I mean, every node could be a starting position, and we could walk from there. And what information do we glean when we walk out of it? We know a score of how far away they are from us. We know who we visited before, so we can see who they're connected to. We know if they get back to us, then we have a connection there. So we can see how many neighbors it has that gets back to us. What do we do with this information now? What does this guess? I feel like, I'm stuck on this solution because I've done similar work like this with, like in CS, but this was 15 years ago, so I'm literally trying to recall that information. I do remember this. You'd visit a node, you'd pick one at random, and then you would search out from it. I don't remember if it was bread or if it was depth, so we'll just pick one. I'm not sharing the right thing. So if we start here, and we depth out of it, we go here, 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 come back to here. We already visited it. Go back to here, there's nothing to do. So then we fall back to this one, and now he can go up here. We already visited it. Yeah, see, this can tell you the max path that something could take to get to it, but it could also tell you... So, okay, we have the shortest path to get to something, but we also have the max path. Or we have all the paths in between. So, like, if it takes if we're at Bob, it takes 1 step to get to bat, but it can also take 2 steps to get to bat. And it can also take 3 steps to get to bat. Which is that's kind of showing me that they're all connected. Yeah, I don't know how to express this. In a way, we're looking for loops. Like, we want loops. When we found a loop, that means we have an interconnected set of... I like this one. This is the best. This is the best hint I've gotten so far. Build a VM lab and run Nmap. I really like that one. That's so stupid. Oh my god. Hook every computer up to a hub. Start a ping every second, and then count how many pings we see at every single hub in a second. That sucks. You took my hint. Oh my god, I'm going crazy. Oh man. Okay. So if we walk around in a circle, circles are good. We want circles, but we need them to be an interconnected star as well. Let's see. Understand, but I'm close. I don't know how to explain it, but I feel like I'm close. Let me think. Dude, okay. Crimping RJ45 connectors, dude, that sucks. I have like PTSD from it. If that's something you're going to plan on doing, invest in a good pair of crimpers. Take it from me. Don't cheap out. Do not cheap out. Just do not cheap out. Get a good pair of crimpers. And if you can, just buy the cable you need. That's my advice. I may be slightly biased. I may have been burned. What can we do? We have foo. Get the pass-through version. Is there a pass-through version of crimper? Is that for? I don't know what that means. We shall randomly pick a starting point. Bam. We picked foo as our starting point. Let's start searching through. We walk here, walk here, walk here, walk here, walk here. We visited it before. Back up. Walk down here. We visited it before. Back up. We visited it here before. Back up. We visited here before. Back up. Back up. That's how we walk foo. And that's good. Pass-through connectors are where the wires come out the front and get crimped off. I did not know those existed. Absolutely 1000%. Without even having used one ever in my life and just finding out they exist, I can tell you that that's the way to that's the correct way to do it. Literally, like that's the correct way to do it. Yeah, that's like my biggest issue with them. Oh my god. Oh my god. You can pass the twisted strands through to the end so you can verify they're in correct order and get cut exactly. To be able to see, yeah. How long did those take to get invented? Why have I never heard of these? Well, I'm not doing network stuff on the daily, so that might be why. All right, so we just successfully did a depth first search starting from foo. What if we did a breadth first search? We'd go to Bat, we'd go to Baz, we'd go to Bob, and then they would all branch out and see that they've all been visited too. So we would know that from foo to bar is 1, and then from all of these is 2. We would figure that out pretty quickly, because remember, this is a severed connection. None of this gets us any information. This gets us 1 and 2. If we did depth first, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, we can walk 5 steps, and there's 3. Oh wow, without even clicking that, it's a Klein tool. I've heard from people in the networking space that Klein tools are like the good ones to use. Let me click that actually. Oh yeah, open in that browser. Yeah, that makes perfect sense. Oh yeah, look at this. Dude, $50, not even that bad, honestly. Like, spend money on good tools. That's my life lesson. Spend money on good tools. Dude, I'm not even kidding, Dark Space. I think after this stream, I'm going to be picking that up. Like, literally. Like, dude, thank you for that. Oh, man. Got the longest road card in Catan. I have never played Catan, so... I'm a nerd, but not that kind of nerd. No, I'm just kidding. Yo, Signe, how you doing, man? Welcome. Welcome to the stream, buddy. Oh, are you excited to see that TikTok's gonna probably be banned on Sunday? Because I'm not, dude. I love TikTok. I'm so bummed about that. If it actually happens, who knows? But like, dude, I love TikTok. I can't see it go. Both as a content creator and as a content consumer. TikTok understands my sense of humor. Instagram just gives me the most offensive shit, which don't get me wrong. I like my edgy humor, but like Instagram's just way off on what I enjoy. YouTube Shorts is brain rot. It's not even good at all. TikTok has been my favorite for short form. Yeah, that would suck. You also need to get the correct connector. Oh, okay. Interesting. So that makes sense that there would be a connector specifically for it. All right, I'm gonna do some research into this then. That makes sense. Yeah, dude, it would suck. I'm not making any moves till it happens, though. I agree. I'll probably post a story or something on TikTok. I got like 46,000 followers there. I should post a story or a video saying like, hey guys, if anything happens, go check me out on Instagram. I have 170,000 followers there, or go follow me on YouTube. Reddit? Yeah, that's too much reading for me. No, I'm just kidding. I do a little bit of Reddit, but TikTok, I like TikTok. Because you know what's really fun about TikTok? Seekne is actually the person who does this. Every so often he'll be scrolling and I'll see like, you know, he's chilling on a live. I jump in the chat. He throws me an invite. Next thing you know, we're having like basically a FaceTime call with each other, but we're both live to our audiences so they can just jump in and see the conversation. That's such a cool feature. I'm sure other social medias have it, but I think it's just such a cool thing. VPNs exist, TikTok will still exist. Yeah, that's true. But it'll be way different than it is now. Yeah, it just facilitates conversations between people. Like, it's so awesome. I have like so many creator friends that are mutuals where I realize like, even though I've seen them a lot and they've seen me a lot, we've never actually interacted and talked. And it's like, it would go exactly how I'd expect it to go, but it's cool that, you know, TikTok facilitates that so easily. Man, are you starting streams earlier? I almost missed this one too. Not on purpose. I just shoot for roughly around the same time. I may have started a little bit an hour before I normally do. But yeah, no, I try to go around the same time. Yeah, it totally is a cool feature. If you are wondering why some crimping kits are cheap, it is because they don't have pass-through connectors, and you will end up buying another after you throw that one out the window. Yeah, okay, so it seems like pass-through is the way to go, which makes perfect sense to me. Like, wow, that seems life-changing. All right, so what do we know? If we do a, let's just do depth first search. If we do DFS from foo to bar, to Baz, to Bob, to bat, we know that we took 5 steps to get to bat. And then we back up. From bat, we go back to bar. Nope, can't go there, it's visited. Baz, can't go there, it's visited. Can't go back to Bob, visited. Okay, so it took 5 steps to get here. Then this one, all the rest of them have been visited, and we took 4 to get there. So we know how far away these are, depending on which way we chose to go. So if we do DFS, 1, 2, 3, 4, we did 4 steps. Foo took 4 steps. I don't know if any of this is useful. I'm just writing down. Here's a list of things we know. If we do bread first search, we get to bar. Bar is 1. And then we can branch out to Baz, Bob, and Bat, and that's it. So 2. BFS, Foo goes to 2. So the furthest neighbor is 2 away. I don't know what any of this gets us. What if we picked bar as our starting? And we were to do DFS. We'd get to foo, that'd be 1, and that would fail. It wouldn't fail, we'd be done at 1. We'd go to bat, that'd be 1, 2, 3, and then it would encounter visited. So bar could take 3 steps max. What if we were at Baz? It could go from here to here, but then it dies. It could go from here, here, here. So Baz could take 3 steps max. Bat, same deal. Yeah, in order to make 3 steps max, and then it makes it back. It makes it back on the 4th step is what I'm trying to say. 1, 2, 3, and then it makes it back on the 4th step. BRB? Yeah, man. It's all chill. Let's see. Bob could also take 3 steps max. What does this tell us? Does it tell us anything useful? I have no idea. Because let's complicate this. Why not? This also changes. Oh, this changes a lot if I do that. Oh no, foo can't get back to itself. No, foo can't. Foo can take 4 steps and then dead end. This can take 3 steps, loop on 4. Yeah, no, that's actually kind of key. Yeah, we'll get there. Don't worry. I plan on changing this example around. Each one of these. Let's redo it. It's so funny. Yeah, I was thinking. I was gonna overcomplicate it, but that's probably simpler. Just connect foo to bat. Because now we have a connection of 3 here, but also in that connection of 3, we have a connection of 4 here. So we have 3 and we have 4. We can visually see that super easy. So if we were to do... Baz can take 4 steps, can it? We'll get there in a sec. I'm going to connect them, and I also want to see how many steps they can take, but get back to themselves, because the goal is to create loops here. That's what I'm going with right now. We'll see how this works. Foo. 1, 2, 3, 4. It can take 4 steps and then get back to itself on the 5th one. Bar. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's the same thing. They all can just walk in a big circle. Once you get away from your... I do not know. I do not know. But I'm going to go grab another drink. Break time. Be right back. All right, I'm back. I'm back. Still just as confused as ever, but at least I'm back. Who's texting me? Cool. All right, let's hear your not so useful bash hint. I'm curious what your not so useful bash hint is. Think about the Venn diagram for the adjacent nodes in the largest group. The adjacent nodes, largest group, bar, bat, Baz, Bob, and the adjacent are bar, make sure a node connects to itself. Yeah. Yeah, I see what you're saying. Like, see what they have in common. Like, Bat is connected to Foo, Bar, Baz, Bob. But Bob is only connected to Baz, Bar, Bat. So, you know, if you were to, like, this Foo is the outlier. Yeah, I only ever go, I don't know why I picked Bob. I think I picked up Bob because I originally had, like, Dave and stuff. I usually do this. Sometimes I do it with 2 U's. I've seen that. I never really had one after that. So I never usually need more than 5. No more hints. No more hints. Good luck with a 4 Venn diagram. Yeah, it'll be annoying. Here. I'm lost, man. All right, let me think about this. I'm watching the stream with your Spotify overlaid, and you should really try it out. Hey, that's awesome. That's awesome until I start playing piano. Then it will be like a mess of noise. Connect the output to a stop? I'm not sure what you mean. I could. I could probably come up. I don't know if OBS supports sidechain compression, but I could just compress things based on when the piano's playing, if that's a thing that works. All right. Let's lock in. What do we know here? What do we know? We know that we want these four things that construct the largest connected nodes. And the way we determine that is simple. We just shamalama ding dong algorithm this. If we pick an arbitrary starting point, we know that you are connected to three guys. We could also say you're connected to yourself. I'm fine with that. Then you have four connections. And there are four things in here. So if I jump to this guy and then do a nice little search out from him, I can see that he also has the four connected ones. No great CLI for reproducible configs. That's my biggest gripe with OBS. If this computer dies, like, I don't even know where my configs are saved. I think I have a JSON file somewhere, but like, dude, yeah. I don't even know, man. Like, what do I know? I know this guy has 4 connected to him, himself and 3 others. I know there's 4. When I go here, I also know that you have 4. 3 of... No, I have... Yo, this guy has 5. He has a bigger one. So in the Venn diagram, every single one of these in the Venn diagram would have each other in common, and they would just have little straggler outliers. Bash script to manage OBS. Yeah, I think you can talk to it on a socket, right? Shouldn't be that too hard to do. So there's a different way I could approach this. When I have this output, I have all this, I have all this, I have all this. I know who they're connected to. I could pick this guy, go visit each one of these nodes, see who their neighbors are, and throw out the ones that aren't in it and be left with the union of them, or the intersection, whatever. Throw out the Venn diagram, keep the middle, whatever that one's called. I don't care. But is that useful? Is that fast? Let me think about this. Because there are like a lot of things in the real input. Like, given this, how fast does this work with the real input? Really fast. Okay, good. Wait till I start touching files with these names. Oh, you want a tree structure? Get ready for the file system. Oh man, I have to think about this. This is one of those things. Don't even joke about that. Listen, man, I've done it before. This is one of those things where if I just knew the algorithm, I would be able to do it. No one tell me. No one tell me. I'm not asking for hints. I don't want any algorithm names. But I'm just saying. I'm talking out loud. Because basically what I want to do is let's just imagine this algorithm, how it would be. YL is connected to all these bad boys. Let's use example input so it's less to deal with. YN is connected to these 4 guys. I would need to jump in to each one of these guys and make sure that AQ has the other 3. Or I could put its own connection in there as well to start off with. And then I can check that all of these members exist in the other ones. And they might not, because they might not have in common. I have to find the Venn diagram. I have to find the one that exists in both of them. Super honestly, if we gave you the algorithm name, it wouldn't help. I've been programming for 20 plus years and I've never heard about it. You'll get there anyway. Okay, cool. That's good to know. Yeah, no, still no one tell me. Maybe after this thing is done. Like after this challenge, after I finish and get the solution, if people want to give me the name of whatever algorithm I have to search. Like one of the Advent of Code puzzles, people gave me the spoilers ahead. But on the one with the Christmas tree, someone told me after the fact it was, what was it, the Chinese remainder theorem. And I was like, cool. Yeah, if you had said that, that wouldn't have done anything for me. I would have been like, oh, okay, sick. Like it's literally Dark Space saying the shamalama ding dong. algorithm. Like, it just doesn't help me, which is good. I like your approach of going it alone. That's how I approach these things. It's more fun that way. Later, I can cheat and look at other solutions. Then I'm more likely to be creative. Yes, I love this way of programming. It's fun to have chat, don't get me wrong, but like, I like not looking it up, not trying to Google, literally just staring at this and be like, can I make my brain finagle this in a way? Because all problems, this might be too strong of a statement, but like, it seems like all problems can be broken down into smaller problems, and they usually are just an issue of representation. If you can find a way of representing the data differently or gleaning information out of it that wasn't intuitively obvious, you can solve some really, really complex problems. So that's basically what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to picture all these, like, I'm literally picturing computers in my head and connecting them. And how would I put that data out in a way that made sense? Okay. Agree 100% nice. Yeah, same. That's why I skipped your day 21 stream. I haven't finished that one yet, so don't want to see other people's solutions yet. Listen, I'm not even confident on why that one works, so... But that's fair. I totally get it. Yeah, it's one of these algorithms that goes back to the 50s. That's cool. I think that's super cool. For me, executing step by step of previous solution helped, but it's not universal. Yeah. That's the other thing too. Oh man, I do hate when I come up with a solution that's not universal, where I'm like, yeah, it worked for me and I got the answer. And I know that's technically correct, but like, I want one that works for everything. But sometimes you just don't get that, or not without a ton of work. So, okay, this isn't helpful. Let me stare at a different representation of the same data and see if this is helpful. I did this in an unorthodox way. I think you'll appreciate it when I tell you later. I think I will. I'm excited for that. I'm going to figure this out. I'm going to figure this out right now at this very moment. Okay. Okay. There's 5 things before I can make a loop. They all can do that. Okay. If I start here and bread my way out. Okay. So the longest way to get here from foo is 4 steps, and then the shortest way would be like a score of 2. Nice flannel. Yo, thank you. Yeah, it's funny. In the winter, you get flannel Dave, and in the summer, you get a tank top Dave. So, yeah, it's comfy. Mad comfy. You can't see it. I'm wearing also flannel pajama pants, and these are the slippies I'm wearing. So, yo, yeah, thank you for jumping on the stream, Mr. Friend. What a cool name. Likewise. 100% geared up, man. I'm ready to go. I prefer general solutions too, but some of the AOC puzzles even state explicitly that you only need to solve it for your input, not in general, because the general solution would be a lot harder. It's true. Like that Christmas tree one, I found when I saw the Christmas tree. Like that's all I can do. I literally saw it. So, oh man, what's up, Mr. Friend? You're among friends here. Okay, we're gonna get to the bottom of this. What if we bread first here, and then it bread first. Well, no, I'm just describing bread first search. If we DFS. I wonder if learning these terms is screwing me up, because all I can think of is in these terms. Sometimes that can be limiting. Learning terminology can be so useful for helping you understand it, but it can also stop your understanding by forcing you into a box when you don't want one. Like, boxing your way of thinking is so useful to make progress, but it can also hinder other progress. It's such a give and take. It's such a, you have to know when to step out of it, and puzzles really force you to drill into a specific situation or step back and get a 1,000,000-foot view of the problem. Let's see. You have 2 connections out. Let's write that down, see if this helps. Set no spell. We don't want that. Foo has 2 neighbors. Bar has 4 neighbors. Bat has... wait, Bar has 5 neighbors. Bat has 5 neighbors. Baz has 3 neighbors. Wait, am I counting these wrong? I'm counting these wrong. Are we counting itself or not? No, we're not. Let's not count ourselves. If we don't count ourselves, we're counting edges. Let's say that. We're not counting ourselves. Yo, what's up, Ash? How you doing? I love when Ash joins the stream. It's good times. I've only been programming for about a year, but as self-taught dev, I made arrangements to get into short-term internship to level up my engineering thinking, which is what you're doing. Hey, that's awesome. Yo, congratulations. That's super cool to hear. Yeah. I have a bunch of people reach out to me on Instagram asking for internships or mentorships and stuff, and I feel bad turning them down. I'm like, dude, I don't even have time to like work on this myself. All right. So here's the edge count. This is neighbors not including yourself. So these are the ones we care about. All 3 of the neighbors of Cucks? That can't be how you pronounce that word. It's the first time I've ever said that out loud. All right. So Bar and Bat have 1 that don't actually matters. So yeah, I called it neighbors. I think edges probably makes more sense. Like Foo has, what I'm basically saying is Foo has 2 lines coming out of it. That's what I wrote down here. Bar has 4 lines coming out of it. Baz has 3 lines coming out of it. That's kind of what I'm looking at it. And I'm not counting themselves in it. If I did, it would just, it's just an off by 1 thing. So it's not a big deal. What does this actually tell us? Yeah, every single, oh, that's a loud plane. Every single one of these just has, and in the example input, they all have the same number of neighbors. So yeah, like I think in the example input, they're all gonna have, yeah, every single one has 4 edges or 4 directly connected neighbors or 5 in the ring of connections if you include itself. Does foo is a key of hash map or element of in second level? I'm not sure what you're asking. How we doing? We knocked out part one easily. Part two is very difficult. We have to approach it really differently. Ash. If you want, I can explain this puzzle to you. I think you might actually enjoy it. I don't think that. I think you'll just. I don't know if you'll enjoy it or not. My brain's fried. Our problem right now is our input looks like this. We're at a LAN party, and all these computers are hooked up to each other so they can play games together. In this example that I'm using, my sample that I created, we have 5 computers. Foo, Bar, Baz, Bat, and however you pronounce this word. They're connected to each other with Ethernet cables so they can play. So Foo is connected to Bar. Foo is also connected to Bat, and Bat is connected to Bar. So these 3 guys are all connected to each other, which makes they're all connected to each other, and it's 3. So 3 is pretty big here, which is nice. But if you go down here, notice that Bar is connected to all of these down here. Bat is connected. This X means that they're connected diagonally. Everything is connected here, but Baz is not directly connected to Foo, and QUX is not directly connected to Foo. So the biggest group of interconnected computers is this. It is a group of 4 computers, and is specifically Bar, Bat, Baz, and QUX. These are the 4 computers that are all connected to each other. So Bar has an Ethernet cable to Baz, to QUX, and to Bat. This is what we're looking for. Visually, this is very easy to spot. But when we have 1,800 computers or whatever the example has, it gets really hard. So we need to come up with code that tells us what's going on here. And you're not a programmer, but if you have the algorithm name in your head, don't tell me. Because I'm trying to backwards figure this out without knowing what to do. So I'm trying to figure out, like, if I start here, I can visit. I know who my neighbors are. I know who Foo's neighbors are. I can walk down here, and then what can I do? I can see, like, Foo has 2 edges. That's cool, but I don't know if they're connected to each other or not. If I walk the edge, then I can see that Bar has 3 edges. You're trying to get a whole picture. Get it? I think you're... Yeah. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm just trying to get a really, really simple sample. I'm not trying to match what the example is or evolving on any of that stuff. This is literally its own solution. Or its own description of the problem. So if we start a Foo, we know we have 2 edges. That's cool. So we can go down either one. Let's walk down to Bar. Bar has 4 edges. That's really cool. We can't go back up. We've already visited there. So let's walk down here. Baz has 3 edges. That's really cool. We can walk here. You have 3 edges. That's really cool. We can walk here. You have 4 edges. That's really cool. We can't walk anywhere else because we visited them. Thinking. Who's texting me? TikTok has sent you money. Oh, they can't ban TikTok. I get paid as a content creator. Yo, I actually made some money on TikTok. $39? I made $39 on TikTok. That's almost as much as a single super chat I got tonight, which was crazy, by the way. From Norway, thank you. Or at least it was Norwegian. I shouldn't say the person's from Norway. It was a Norwegian thing they paid me with. Wow, TikTok just paid me money for being a content creator. $39, dude. How can they ban TikTok? I mean, come on. That's Starbucks coffee. Exactly. That's like 1 pull on the slot machine if you're playing it right. It's so stupid. It isn't going to be banned for me. Yeah, dude. Yeah, it's only going to be banned in the US. Yo, how lame. Absolutely how lame. How much is it in beers? 39 bucks. How many beers does that get you? Depends if I'm at the bar, if I'm buying them from a store. Twitch chat's telling me 10 beers. Send me your content, I'll post it for you. Yeah, I'll just shoot my content to you. You just start uploading it there. I kind of like that. So, I know from practice. I'm trying to think. It'll be banned here soon to become the 51 state. Yeah, you think that's gonna happen? Dude, I have to think of different ways to do this. Okay. Start a foo. Watched Auroras on some stream from there recently. That sounds pretty cool. I don't know. I truly have no idea. That emoji's cursed. Let's see. Feel bad when I get deep in thought. I feel like the streams are kind of boring then, which is fine. I'm okay having a boring stream because I'm enjoying solving this. We enjoy you, bruv. Heck yeah. That's what I like to hear. This one is, I would say this one's easier than 21. Absolutely. 21 was mind breaking. I know I don't have a workable solution yet. I don't even have anything to implement that I could. I have brute force ways of doing it, but 21 broke my brain, dude. 21 is so far out of my brain. 21 was so hard to conceptualize the problem. Just keeping track of it in your brain was hard. This problem's really easy to understand. I have a whole bunch of computers that are plugged into each other. I need to figure out which computers are plugged into the most other computers that are also plugged into each other. It's an easy problem to understand. I just have to figure out how can I even write something that can do that. That's like one of the things, yeah. '21 is the hardest problem this year by stats. Yeah, I 1000% believe that. 1000% believe that. Even the way I got the answer, I wasn't even like satisfied with. Like I got the answer, but like still didn't even fully get why. I have to revisit that sometime. I'm still recovering from 21. This one I thought was pretty straightforward and fun. That's awesome. Yeah. Dark Space says I'm surprised it's not 24 Part 2. Well, I don't know what 24 Part 2 has in store, but now you got me worried about it. Oh man, I'm trying to I may just start coding out a brute force solution just to start getting some headway. Like once I start programming, kind of get into it. Yeah, what's up, Sava here? How you doing? Welcome to the stream. I may have to do that just to make some progress. So yeah, we'll see if that helps. Let's see. Oh man. There is a 25. Yep. It's the last one. So we're on 23 right now. I have 23, 24, and 25 left. Dave would love 24 Part 2. I'm excited for it. No one spoil it. No one spoil it. That'll be the next one I do. I mean, obviously it'll be the next one I do. It might be worth it to do it in Rust just to get access to more powerful data structures. I believe so too. I might jump into Rust just to get a solution to it, because these problems are getting hard. Let me just think more. Let me just give me a second. Let me exhaust this thought that's in my head, and then I'll jump over to Rust. Okay. You got it, Ash. When we finish, it'll officially be Christmas. I can take my tree down. You won't need Rust for the rest of the time, though. Okay, cool. That's good to know. I'm thinking. I feel like I'm so close to something, but I could be. I'm gonna put one more minute of thought into it, and then we'll time box it, and we'll jump to Rust. Okay. Let's do this. Yep, we're going to get a little bit of a mind shift here. gear of the bash. Ash knows. Ash understands it. Cool. No one complain about the stream title now that I'm in a different language. No one better complain. I do love Rust. I really do. You single-handedly convinced me to start writing Rust for personal projects. Hey, that's awesome. I am happy to hear that. Can't just return a result? I'd have to context it. Well, whatever. Let's just unwrap it. Okay. Can I do this? This guy, wrong title. Yo, get out of here, guys. I'm done with it. Oh no, yo, what's up, man? How you doing, man? Nice to see you in the stream. Russ convinced me that I cannot be trusted with Bash, and I needed a Russ compounder to keep me on the straight and narrow. Hey, listen, I can understand that. Oh man. Hey, Brendan, that's a real weird thing to say in the YouTube chat. Say anything weird like that, and I'm banning you immediately. All right, let's go. Let split equal line dot split. Can I do this? What does this give me? Print line. Doing pretty well. Yo, that's awesome, man. That's super cool to hear. Heck yeah. C for life. Yo, I can respect that. When you split something, what do you get here? Do I just collect it into a vec? Still in Bash? Yeah. Tablet Lenovo knows what's up. Okay, this is what I wanted. Cool. Look at how beautiful that is. I'm back. We rusted. Nice. Yep. Skill issue? I'm okay with that. That's a fine message. Let connections equal a hash map. Cool. And then we will do connections. I should probably look up the syntax to this. I should probably take the time to look up the syntax for this. I'm gonna give me real quick. Rust hash map default value vec. I should learn how to do this. Like Python has default dict, and I would like something like that. And I know there's a way to do it because you can use the entry, the entry thing. Yeah. Entry or insert. That's it. I used to do HTML on my Neopets page to make it look pretty. Am I a programmer? Yeah, definitely. Listen, yeah. Ash will let you have it. The key, which is SPL0. Or insert an empty vec dot push SPL1. I think we can do that. Yeah, you got it. I don't support someone making fun of Ash. She's one of my mods. You be careful. All right, I think that's working. I'll let you have it. And that it is an apology. I'm sorry. I like that. All right. So now if we print line our connections, you will never solve the problems. True. Cool. So now we have a list of our connections here. Hey, look how easy that is. That's amazing. I'm new here, but you've clearly proven that you're Canadian. Yep, that was the proof right there. Oh, look, everyone's becoming friends in the chat. That's what you like to see. I need to commit this to memory. Entry or insert. Entry or insert. Entry or insert. I have to commit that to my memory because that's super duper useful. So now we have all the connections. And now I can check, loop over each connection, and then check to see the other connections. For A in connections, root, neighbors. Neighbors has 1.0, right? How do I time people out? Don't give her ideas. I wish you could, Ash. I wish you could just time yourself out. Neighbors has a U. Mods, send Ash to the Shadow Realm. Send Ash to the Shadow Realm. All right, what am I doing here? For each thing in here, I want to see how many of the neighbors share all of these things. So we'll make a hash set of... I don't even know how to brute force this, to be honest. Oh, and we are going to have duplicates too. Can I do this, or is that like weirdly static? Oh, that works. Thank God. Okay, cool. What are you doing? Explain it to me and you'll get it. Yeah. No, I totally get the rubber ducky thing. We're doing Advent of Code 2024, day 23, part 2. Here's our input. We have a list of these connections. So there's a bunch of computer. Each computer has a name. KH is the name of a computer. TC is the name of a computer. QP is the name of a computer. KH is the name of a computer. And here are the Ethernet cables connecting them. It's a simple graphing problem. I'm going to stop saying that. We need to go through and find which computers have the biggest set of connections between them. So like in that example, there are 4 computers, C, O, D, E, K, A, and T, A, that are all connected to each other. So they form like a nice star shape. So we have to find the biggest set of connected computers, alphabetize their names, and that's our answer. Yo, Lasagna at Work. Thank you for the Prime subscription. That's super nice. Appreciate it. Oh my God, what's up, Revisualize? I'm not becoming friends with people. I'm over here lurking in the stream and struggling emotionally with the state of the job market. You know how it is after applying 9 months after... Dude, you sound like you're really struggling, man. That sucks. Getting 0 interviews. I have over 20 years in IT experience, resume reviews, and mock interviews. Everyone tells me I'm good, but something isn't working. Sorry, I'm just being open about BS. It's a struggle. Yo, man, that sucks, dude. That blows. I don't know. I got nothing to say for you. I'm not going to be like, oh, just do this, do that. Like, I don't know. Like, that sucks if that's the case. I'm sorry to hear that. What do we do with this? Terminal, right. Thank you. Luckily, I haven't changed any code. I'm just staring at the output. So what I think, we take this, we loop through all these guys, and we get all of their neighbors, and we store it in a hash map, and we count how many times each neighbor is seen. And then we do something with that information. Why do we need a root? I have no idea. I'm trying to figure that out. I'm literally just coding and figure it out as I code, so I can't answer that question. There's not too much critical thought going into this right now. I'm just winging it. Okay, we've seen him at least once. Which I guess is pointless to store that, isn't it? If it's all going to be one. Whatever, it's fine. Not the best code, but I don't care. For neighbor and neighbors, we need the neighbors of the neighbors. Grand neighbors. How do you do this now? You can't do this, right? That can't be valid. Is this valid? That's wild. That's so cool. Just asking a dumb question, but wouldn't the computers that show up most show you the most connected? Maybe. I don't know. Stupid question, but is this universal with different languages? Like if you were Spanish, you just do your thing and it does not all the same? I might be missing some context on this question. What? Okay. So if we're looking at computer DE, these are how often all the neighbors show up. So DE was seen 5 times. I don't know what this shows me. What we're looking for is CODEKA and TA. DE shows up 5 times. I mean, I can see that the answers are like emerging here. Yeah, I don't know what you're trying to ask, Ash. I mean, if you can reword it, I might be able to kind of make sense of it. Oh, I think I need to see. I think I need to filter out things that we don't care about for the grand neighbors. If grand neighbor in, yeah, if scene dot contains grand neighbor, then we want to increment it by 1. You could do that in one line. I mean, that's a little bit of a race condition, doesn't matter. Okay. 5 COKTA. Okay. Now how can we make sense of this? So, including yourself, you're connected to 5 things. Including yourself, you're connected to 5 things. And those 5 things are connected to KH 5 times. Those 5 things are connected to TC once. Those things are connected to QP twice. The self one seems pointless. The self one seems kind of pointless right now, because it's always going to be 5. So the biggest one here is 4, but we don't have 4 other nodes here. CO, I'm looking at the ones that are correct now. So this one, DE, has also CO, KA, and TA as 3. Yo, what's up, the bomb? How you doing? So this is a very high number. This is the highest number we see, and we can construct it because we see it this many times, at least this many times. Think back to my hint. I'm not, your hint's always in the back of my head, don't worry. But I don't know if I'm visualizing this in a way that helps. Yeah, I'm getting there. Trying to render a square and failing pretty badly. What are you working on? That sounds interesting. Yeah, I think I want to look for the one that has the highest one in it and start there. So actually it'd be 4 here. But there's not enough here to construct that, because I would need 4 of it 4. And then I would need 3 of at least 3. Oh, dude. I would stay away from Bevy. It's just too complicated, man. If I'm going to use Rust, I'm going to use macro quad. And if I'm going to use C, I'm going to use raylib. That's my take. I mean, do whatever you want, but yeah. Bevy, you have to learn all of ECS and stuff like that. Count me out. So we're looking at all the ones we have in common. We see the number 4. We can't construct it. We see the number 3. We can construct it. Okay, let's write some logic to do this then. Okay. ECS seems so cool. Yeah, but it's a learning curve. It totally is. So once we're here, we have the scene and the root. We need a hash set of the scene. We need to dedupe the scene. Is there a scene.values? This is not going to be the cleanest code. Just, yeah. Oh, macro quad's way easier. It's like raylib for Rust. I can't speak to how good it is, like, you know, but yeah. Okay, so now we have that. So now we can, now that we have the list, then can we put them into a vec? Can you just make a vec from a hash set? I have no idea. We're doing this so verbose because I don't know many of the Rustisms. Can you do counts.sort? Is that a thing? No, that wouldn't make sense. Okay, now we have them sorted. We do want them sorted the other way. Does this exist? I'm just making it up. Hey, it exists. That's awesome. I think we want to reverse this hash map. We're almost here. We're almost here. I don't know. I can't speak much for its 3D. I'm gonna be honest. This sucks. Oh yeah, we're on Rust now. Hey. Yeah, no problem. Yeah, MacroCrod's pretty cool. I've had a lot of fun working with it. Okay, so what do we have here? We have the counts, and we have them in reverse order, and then given the counts, we can check, like, we have to find the first viable solution. So in order for 4 to be viable, we would need everything and everything below it. Oh, that sucks. I have no idea what I'm doing. This is some scuffed code, my friends. For num in sorted. I'm very close. I'm absolutely very close. For num in sorted, let subset equals then at num I have to do this, really? How do you Rust push vec onto vec? How do you push a vec? How do you concatenate them? There's append. Oh, there's also extend. Interesting. Oh, we just append it. Okay, so we can just say friends dot append subset. This might yell at me. Oh, it needs to be a, well, that's interesting. It needs to be a immutable reference. Nice code, man. Yo, appreciate it. Cannot borrow is mutable. Well, what if I clone it? Then you can. Oh yeah, dude. What, a double reference? Interesting. That actually makes perfect sense that it would do that. No guiding questions. I'm on a roll right now. You 100% do. Yeah, it sucks. If I have time to clean it up, that's the thing. I'm coding fast. If I had time to clean it up, I would think way differently about this code. There's so many ways to optimize it. Yeah, the only reason I'm fighting the borrow checker is because I'm trying to code relatively quickly. So here are my friends. Okay. What does this tell me? Okay. If friends dot len is greater than equal to the number that we have, then we found the biggest for this single computer. Oh, yeah, why did I call like an expression? Okay. We have one more place where we're print lining. Okay, so this had 4 friends, this had 4 friends. C-O kata. Well, we know those are the answers, so we're not quite getting the right answer. Something's not quite right with the way I'm doing this. cloning is not necessarily slow in and of itself. It depends what you're cloning. If you're cloning large amounts of data, then yeah, it's slow. But for like small strings and stuff, and computers are relatively fast at allocating virtual memory. Yeah, so this isn't right. Something with my logic's not quite right. What's up, Warforged? How you doing, man? We're chilling. We're almost done with this. Oh, this isn't... I see. Yeah, there's no guarantee. This is a tough one. Oh, no. No, it's different. It's this one we care about. Yeah, it's this one we care about. I think we're here. We just have to... Okay. So the one that found 3 friends is the one we care about. Because it's... Yeah. Okay. Let's make a final thing to store the answer. Let mut... we're just going to do options. I don't care. It'll be an option of a vec of whatever's. And let mut min equals -1. So now we go here. We found it. If num is greater than min, then min equals num, and answer equals friends sum friends dot clone. Okay. Let answer equal answer dot unwrap. Print line this one. We still have to sort it, but it's okay. It's okay because we literally just do answer dot sort. Okay. Okay. What did I do wrong here? I see what I did wrong. That's not how you make an option. That's how you declare a type. You make an option by setting it. Oh, yeah. Rust. And their sentinel values. No one watch what I'm about to do. Absolutely no one watch what I'm about to do. Kodikata. Kodikata. That's the answer. We got it. And in order to format it, we just join it by commas. Or apparently not. What does this give us? Isn't it join? Does it have to be a character literal? That doesn't implement. That's crazy. That doesn't implement this? What am I supposed to do? No, no other hint. No, we're fine. Sorry, I'm reading messages late. What is wrong here? What am I doing wrong here? Just Rust stuff. I have a vec of a... How did I even end up with this kind of vec? Why can I even call join? Can I do like... This is silly. I mean, I can format it myself, obviously. I could also do this. You literally like map it to s.toString. And then I own everything in there. Oh, it's still an iterator, isn't it? I am not okay. I can't believe I almost got this syntax right perfectly on the first try. Because this is gnarly. There we go. Wow. I don't even want to talk about this line, guys. I don't even want to talk about this. For some reason, answer was a vec of a reference to stir data. So I had to turn into an iterator, call toString on every single method inside it, collect it back into a vec so I could call join on it. But we have the answer. I'm going to be real with you guys. I don't know how I would do this in Bash. We are nested upon nested upon nested. I could reverse engineer this and come up with something that would work, but I don't even know if it would work in good time because I don't even know if this is going to work in good time. It worked really fast. Okay. So that was way faster than I thought. Jesus. Yeah, even development mode runs like this fast. We get the same answer. I don't know if I'm going to try and do this one in Bash. I'm going to be honest. We might just have to leave this one in Rust. Moment of truth, everyone? Moment of truth. Let's go. Let's go. That's the right answer. You are 1 gold star closer to finding the chief historian. Let's go. Let's go. Nailed it. Easy. Done. Oh my god. Easy. Easiest puzzle of my life. I've never seen an easier puzzle. Oh my god. That sucked. That was a ton of fun. We nailed it. Good job, everyone. We crushed it. Day 23 is down. South of 4 hours. Crushed it. We only have 2 more to go. Day 24 and day 25. Yo, Andre, thank you for the $5 super chat in YouTube. Dude, Andre's crushing. Every time I beat a puzzle, he's like, yeah, $5 super chat. Heck yeah, brother. Love it, man. That's awesome. GG, GG. That's it. We did it. We did it. Ash did it. Nice, nice. Got the intersection of all the neighbors for a node. I did, in a very roundabout way. In a way that was really, really dumb. Yo, appreciate it. Clap. Thank you, brother. Heck yeah. Love it. My goodness. Nailed it. May I share the other solution? Yes. Tablet Lenovo, go for it. Dave, I think your feed is stuttering. Anyone else getting the stutters? Are people getting stutters with my stream? How is my stream looking to other people? Because according to my end, it says excellent connection. Stream is healthy. I see nothing on my end that would indicate any problems with the stream. Your solution is very different from mine, but the bash version of mine runs in 22 seconds. That's incredible. That is crazy that works. Dark Space is getting stutters. Oxdead Kenny says good on my end. No stutter for the bomb. So yeah, interesting. Huh. While searching connections among neighbors, I throw out those who have no connections with at least one. At the end, neighbors becomes only those who connected with each other. Oh, okay. Oh, that's interesting. Searching connections among neighbors. I throw out those who have no connection with at least one. Okay. I gotcha. Okay. Cool. That's a cool way of doing it. No stutter for me. YouTube time is only 40 minutes though. Gotcha. Interesting. Warforged, what are you talking about? I'm reading the chat, bro. Relax, dude. It's not a new problem. Jesus, keep up, brother. I can be mean to Warforged. I know him in real life. Just like Ash. They get the special treatment where I treat them poorly. I need constant stimulation. Yeah, I'm aware, buddy. What was even the project? This, Advent of Code. It's a series of puzzles and challenges and stuff. And we just finished day 23 of it. So this was the whole puzzle. Feel free to go check it out if you want to get an idea of it. I don't feel like explaining it. I've explained it a bunch of times. Nothing against you particularly. I'm worn out. The unorthodox way I did it by assigning all hosts a bit mask with their connected hosts and then just AND them to find the largest intersection. That's brilliant. That is brilliant. Yeah, I mean, they would all fit, what are there, like 13 neighbors? They'd all fit comfortably in a 16-bit integer. Yeah. Give them all a unique spot, sort them alphabetically or whatever, so they always take up the same bit, and then put them in a bit mask, and then you have all the bit masks at the end, logically AND them, and bam, there's your biggest connection. Go through, find the biggest one, and you're good to go. That's clever. And then you know where each one is in the bit mask, so you can figure out which node it was referencing. That's smart. Yup, nailed it. Yeah, that's a really, really good solution. I like that one. That bitmap solution is brilliant. Yo, it really is. That's a really, really clever one. I really like that solution. I love solutions like that use like the smallest possible data type. Solutions that like you could program in assembly for like the Commodore 64. Like it just shows how like optimized you can get computer science. And now we have browsers that use like 80 gigs of RAM and we're like, yeah, no, that's totally normal. So this will probably be my first video I upload where I didn't solve it in Bash, but I'm okay with that. "17 milliseconds. That's impressive. Let's time mine. I'm curious actually, because you know it's Rust now. We're with the big dogs. Cargo build release. Time, target, release, Rust Part 2, and we give it the real input. Nice. 27 milliseconds, 25 milliseconds, 33 milliseconds. So where you use Rust, is that what you would call brute force? I called it brute force before I realized what the problem actually was, because I had a whole bunch of ideas in my mind. So no, I wouldn't say this is a brute force solution, because we actually do look at all the neighbors and stuff. There are ways I could optimize it, but I'm not brute forcing it, I would say. But that might be more of a semantic thing. So there may be other more elegant mathematical ways of doing it. I really like that bitwise operations across all of them. That's hilarious. 3 milliseconds, 1710 bananas. I like how you remember 1710 bananas. For those who don't know, on day 22, if I scroll down here, you can see that 1710 was my answer, my specific answer. That's hilarious that you just remember that. Yeah, we just knocked out day 23 in under 4 hours. So that was a hard puzzle. Oh my god. My solution is basically a recursive brute force based on picking given nodes, dropping nodes that aren't connected to all of them. Interesting, that's cool. Sounds similar to Tablet Lenovo's thing. That was fun as always. Too late for me. Good night. Yo, Tablet, thank you for jumping in as always. Love seeing you here. Have a good night. So the way you could do it in Bash by implementing C++ set intersection algorithm, which only needs 2 sorted lists. Okay. I could definitely do 2 sorted lists. Which is probably why mine is so much lower. Yeah. I know, now that I'm thinking about it, I'm like, I could port this to Bash. It's not the craziest code. It's not the cleanest. But it's not the hardest code to understand. I could technically port this to Bash, and if I did, I would absolutely take the Andre solution. I would 1000% create a bit mask representation of the neighbors, and then do a nice, oh, my bad. Yeah, I would do a bitwise, I'm just looking through the Rust code. I'm just thinking if I were to port this to Bash, I would do the bitwise operations just because they'd be wicked fast. Wrote it in Go first, then ported it to Bash. Yeah, it seems like that's kind of happening. I mean, Bash is showing its limitations with these puzzles where I just don't have higher level data structures that I would like to have. Now, as a result of me having access to hash maps and hash sets, I'm using them in so many places that I probably shouldn't be using them. Do it bitwise. I'm not doing it tonight. I'm tired. I'm going to call the stream in the next 10 minutes. So that is not happening. Sorry, everybody. Well, that's a good note. Ash, I don't remember if you're here or not. Did I tell you about the new, or I think I told you actually offline, but the new ambient album that I'm working on coming out Friday? Is it possible to extend Bash those data structures? No, you'd have to fork it. Or we'd have to write some higher level thing that abstracts it and does something under the hood, so. Yeah. Your MIDI keyboard needs tuning. That doesn't sound right. Yo, Oxdad Kenny, thank you for joining. Yeah, man, definitely. Whew. Sleepy. What do we have going on over here? Should probably go to work. Thanks for the Twitch drops. Heck yeah. Yeah, go work. Are all these fine to upload? They probably are, right? I have a bunch of DS stores. Cool. They're gone. 2024, 2023. Yeah, that looks good to me. Thanks for doing these. Was only able to catch the end of this one, but still, education. Good night. Yeah, take care. Take care. And again, I'm going to be jumping off the next like 5 minutes. Sorry we couldn't get it in Bash, but we got the problem in Rust, so I'm content with that. I'm happy that we got the answer. If you're currently watching on YouTube and you like what you see, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. It's fun watching that number go up. If you're watching on Twitch and you like what you see, go ahead and hit that follow button. We've gotten a lot of followers. We're at 285 right now. I would love to hit 300 followers. That'd be cool. Probably stop at 300 followers, try to get like a max 300 or something. But yeah. All right. I'm sleepy. I think I'm going to call the stream here, actually. Cool. All right. Well, thank you, everyone, for tuning in. Appreciate it. Thank you for all the super chats and all the bits and all that good stuff. We nailed it. We crushed it. We're doing really, really good. So I'm happy about this. Don't know when I'll stream next, but it will be day 24 when I do. All right. Yeah. Have a good night, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. Appreciate it. I will see you all later.